This is the Empty the Bench Network NBA Finals Game 2 live stream, featuring Empty the Bench, Game On, and the 3-and-D. Here's Tom Albano, Nick Morgasen, Paul Lombardi, and Hank Indictor. All right, here we go. NBA Finals Game 2 live stream. Been a long time since we've done one of these live streams. That's Tom Albano, Hank Indictor, Paul Lombardi, myself, Nick Morgasen. 3 shows coming together. Empty the Bench, Game On, 3-and-D. As we get you ready for Game 2 of the NBA Finals between the Denver Nuggets and the Miami Heat. The game should be starting in about 3-4 minutes, roughly. Make sure you follow us on social media. If you're watching the stream, youtube.com/ETB Network. We are live on all the platforms, on Empty the Bench, on Game On 3-and-D. So make sure you pick a stream and you watch us. We will break this all down as if you're watching on ESPN or ABC or wherever, that's where the games are for this series. Guys, this is Game 1 was kind of a blowout. And Paul, since you're the new guy here on the network for hosting the 3-and-D, show pushed back this week, obviously, because of the NBA Finals. But what did you think about Game 1?
I thought Game 1 was kind of very telling on how the Nuggets have looked the entire playoffs. They went out there, they dominated in every form. Jamal Murray had a tremendous game. Their supporting pieces had great games. Caldwell Pope and Bruce Brown and all of them. They ended up playing great. And I thought that kind of like went to show what the Nuggets have been all season, what they've been the last couple of years as well, but have had to deal with injuries. So they're finally clicking on all cylinders. Like I love to see it.
By the way, also, excuse me, Paul will be doing a write-up after Game 2 for our blog on etbpodcast.com. He'll give you a review of the first couple of games and kind of the breakdown of what the rest of the NBA Finals will look like. Hank, you and I talked about Game 1 of the NBA Finals a lot. We've been watching a lot of interesting opinions about the NBA Finals. What's your thoughts after Game 1 of the NBA Finals?
I think Denver definitely looks like the better team so far. I mean, I'm going to put it simply like this. They were absolutely firing on all cylinders. And do you guys want to hear a little bit of a fun fact from me, which, as you guys probably know by now, unless you're living under a rock, is kind of my forte? Nikola Jokic has become only the second player in NBA history to get a triple-double in his first ever NBA Finals game. And as far as this playoffs goes, Nick, how many times has the Joker gotten a triple-double?
A lot. I'll just say a lot. But he's averaging a triple-double. You're talking about 100 triple-doubles, right?
Okay, but I'm talking about as far as this year's NBA playoffs. Ferris Bueller reference warning for you. 9 times.
It's a good movie, by the way. Just so you know, I just saw a counter come up on ABC that says the game is 30 minutes away.
Yeah, they do that sometimes, though. Like it'll be announced that it's going to be like an 8 o'clock start, and then they don't actually tip off like 15, 20 minutes later. I've noticed that they do that a lot. But
originally, like they said 8:30, then they said 8. Now it's 8:30 again. I don't know. But you know what? Get that banner. We're going to need that banner because I'll find it. Hold on. It's under the Empty the Bench. I need the Adam Silver slip up. Because there it is.
Hang on.
Yeah. What? There it is. I got it. So, yes, it's an Adam Silver slip up because originally they said the game was 8. Now they're saying it's 8:30. I don't know who I don't know who's like if Adam Silver's doing this to make news or whatever, but I guess we have some time to talk about the game until then. So who do you think is going to be the factor in this game too, Paul?
I think that's going to be nobody besides Jokic. He runs the entire show. He's probably the best player in basketball right now. Everything he does too is like the heart and soul of what leads this Nuggets team, and it's almost impossible to truly guard him, truly stop him too, because he doesn't have your generic athleticism or your generic NBA skill set. He's he comes across as a little bit overweight, a little bit slow, and can't jump. But his basketball IQ is 1,000. That's the reason. That's what makes him him. His passing is insane. He's a great ball handler, can shoot. I'm just stating things that every basketball fan knows. But that's the reason why Jokic is must watch. And yeah, those are the things that are the most entertaining about it, and the most entertaining part about this playoffs too. But again, to Jimmy Butler's grittiness, I always love Jimmy Butler's competitiveness. He gives off Jordan vibes, but the way that he competes and kind of talks and gets into the opponent's heads and all of that, which I respect as the best player, for the best player of all time. But yeah, Jokic is my guy. Jimmy Butler is the other one. Those are the two obvious ones, but definitely two, clear cut favorites.
I agree with you. Also, just saw breaking news. Kevin Love is replacing Caleb Martin in the lineup for Game 2. That just came across the ABC broadcast as they're getting ready. Also, Tyler Hero. What did you say, Tom?
They just showed him on the TV feed.
Yeah.
His hair is gray.
What did you say?
His hair is.
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to get gray.
I don't know what feed you're watching, but they're getting the starting lineups ready.
Yep.
Unless I'm delayed on this feed for whatever reason. I don't know why. That's about right for ESPN Plus.
Yeah, they're getting ready. It's game time.
Oh, there it is. I just refreshed it. There we go. Good old ESPN Plus.
Oh yeah, you're about to trip off.
But
I got my big TV on.
I got the lineups now. So, yeah, these lineups are not a surprise. Porter Jr., Jamal Murray, Nikola Jokic, Aaron Gordon, who was a stud in Game 1 for Denver, completely holding this together. So let's see what happens in this game. Miami's got to come out less flat in Game 2. They have to.
Absolutely. And they need Strus to shoot a lot better than he did in
Oh my
Game
God.
1.
He looked
abysmal game.
He was cold as ice in Game 1. I mean,
they need a lot more from him, especially he's their starting two guard. They don't have Tyler Hero. It's going to be very important that they get something out of Strus.
All right, here we go. They just tipped it off and they're underway. Kevin Love is going to be a factor, I think, in this game. They really needed more of a shooter out there on the floor.
They definitely do. I mean, he did a great job throughout the Knicks series, I thought. He started at the 4 all series.
So let's see what happens. Jokic off to a quick start and missed the layup. That's about right.
Oh well.
But
nice.
I don't know.
Miami already with an outside 3.
What happened?
Outside 3 already.
You must be ahead of me a little bit.
I am too.
All right. Hang on.
Oh yeah, now I see the 3. There it is.
Oh,
damn. Right, I moved back on my TV.
Speaking of Strus.
Yeah, this is. I'm curious to see if Gordon's going to come out with the same energy in Game 1 that he did, Game 2 that he did in Game 1.
Yeah, no, he had a huge game. He's one of the underrated pieces for Denver too. That often gets overlooked.
Yeah. By the way, Jokic looks like a tall building shooting behind the 3-point line. By the way,
Oh yeah,
Right?
it's like not even fair. That's Gabe Vincent open. Yeah, that's a 2.
Okay, but if Jokic looked like a tall building shooting, then wouldn't Yao Ming have looked like a skyscraper?
Yes, I think. If I'm not mistaken, Yao Ming was the tallest player of all time, right?
No, I would say that's
Manute-
Manute Bol.
Yeah, Manute Bol was, because Manute Bol was 7'7", I think, and Yao Ming was 7'6".
The funniest thing of all time was watching Yao versus Shaq. Two skyscrapers taking on each other in the paint. I mean,
well, the best moment, one of the best moments in Knick history was Nate Robinson blocking Yao Ming.
That was hilarious.
You can't forget about that. He has about 2 feet on the guy too.
Oh God!
I still remember Nate dominated Dwight Howard in dunk contests.
Nate Robinson was a beast in his for a couple of years.
Was that Jokic scored the first bucket?
Yes.
I don't know. I'm not up there yet.
Yeah, Vincent just scored.
Vincent just made another one. Yeah, tipping now. Yeah, I saw the comment. Let's see. Yeah, I'm on the position where Miami's up 7-0. There we go.
Yeah,
7-0
Miami for
7-2 now.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now I'm behind.
Miami's got to come out and not be flat. They got to come out and be hot early. That's an open.
Well, I
3.
think they've exactly done that, scoring 7 straight points before Denver even gets its first bucket.
That timeout Miami, timeout Denver. Excuse me.
Yeah, Miami was a lot sharper to start this game.
Now, 10-2 start.
Yeah, I mean, Denver looks flat defensively, and I don't know if this is because they won in such a fashion in game 1 that they don't feel like they have to come out and play defense. But
just like we were saying at the tip, Strus has to be on, and he's 2 for 2 from downtown to start the game.
I mean, another bottle of a can of seltzer.
Yeah, but I'm hoping Miami makes this a series and we don't see Denver just run away with the series and then nothing happened.
Oh, absolutely. I think they will. Miami's too good. Miami's a tough team. I mean, they've been doing it all playoffs long. I think Denver's a better team, obviously, and I think that Denver probably wins it. But Miami's going to make it a series. They're not going to go away in 5 games. No. Yeah, it's going to be a 6. No,
I see this going to 6.
Anyone who says this series is going to be 5 is insane. I'm sorry. Miami's going to win at least 1 game at home. This is not going 5. Yeah. I mean,
it's going to go 6 or 7. I think that's pretty much a guarantee.
I said on the show, I gave my prediction of each game. It's going to be what I see. It's Denver, Miami, Denver.
Yeah.
Which would be 6. Yeah.
That could very well happen.
I mean, I said to Tom, if they win the first 2 games, it's going to be I think it will be a quicker series if Denver takes both games.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. There's more of a chance. I mean, it could go. I mean, if they go up 2-0, there's the chance that it could go 5 games. But
Miami just comes off to me. Sorry, Paul. Miami just comes off to me as this team that basically, when their back is to the wall, they seem to play harder.
Absolutely.
I'll give you another historic, as Hank would say, fun fact. Well, not fun fact, but something that's a stat that stood out to me last game. A record low 2 free throws for Miami in game 1.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah, that's not good.
I mean, if you're going to go 2 for 2 from the free throw line, not shoot. Miami is a shoot to paint, I like to call them, team, where they shoot threes and then they're aggressive in the paint. Jimmy Butler was not aggressive in game 1. That affected them. He was passing too much in the beginning of game 1. Once he said, I'm going to take over in the fourth quarter, that's when the game became close. Everything else, it was just all right, Jimmy's not going to be the scorer. And that pretty much sealed it off for Miami in game 1. Mm-hmm. Jokic in game 1. I was concerned when Jokic was passing that much in the first quarter. So I don't know. I mean, Jokic is a great passer for a guy who is as tall as he is.
No, that's honestly the one trait, the one characteristic of him that I think is most impressive is his passing. I mean, very few people understand how insane it is to be the kind of passer that he is, to average 10 plus assists a game as a 7-footer. Like it's nuts.
Do we have his line from game 1? Because I can't remember it at the moment.
I'm sorry, who's?
Jokic's game 1 line. Looks like they're just coming out of commercial break too.
Yep.
I'll look that up as you guys talk.
Yeah. Look at all these undrafted players, though, on the Miami
Crazy.
Heat, which is insane. And Gabe Vincent, in my opinion, right under Jimmy Butler, has been the man so far for them, keeping them in these series.
Yeah, big shout out to Haywood Highsmith, too. Played Division II at Wheeling Jesuit and is getting good minutes off the bench for Miami.
What do you got, Tom?
Okay, Jokic's game 1 numbers in 40 minutes, 27 points, 10 rebounds, 14 assists, a steal, and a block, and 2 turnovers.
And
That's just monster numbers, by the way.
Yeah. And he didn't even have a good first half.
That's what's so insane about that. His first half was basically passing for the first quarter.
He's really it's insane, the kind of stuff that he does.
He's a unicorn.
Blown layup by oh my god, why am I forgetting his name all of a sudden? Who's the center for the Heat?
Oh, Adebayo?
Adebayo. Oh god.
Damn.
Adebayo just looks, he's settling too much for jumpers like he did in game 1.
Yeah.
And he's missing layups. You just can't do it. It's let's just see what's going to happen. See, Jokic got to be more aggressive here. See, passing the ball a lot.
He is. Oh, offensive foul.
Offensive foul.
Oh yeah, that was late.
That was bad.
You can't do that.
Oh, charge right in. Not even a charge. He just leaped into his head.
That was close too because he was sliding a little bit there also.
Yeah.
Damn.
That could have gone either way because it looked like Love was sliding as the drive was happening.
He was moving a little bit. I guess they thought he planted his feet just in time.
They've
Nice
changed.
ball.
Oh, nice. Oh. Oh god, too much dribbling. That's a bad shot.
Oh.
KCP, I'm telling you.
I know what he was thinking there. I don't know. And
Oh,
they just
nice
paid
pass.
price for that one.
Nice. There's the 3.
There we go.
That's what they got to do. They got to move the ball. If they're not going to move the ball, like Denver's
Hold
going
on,
to struggle.
guys. I'll be right back.
Okay.
I should probably shut up because I'm watching it on my TV, but
Denver's got to come out and shoot better.
Soon.
You know what you could do, Hank? If you press rewind for 10 seconds, you'll actually be right where we are.
Okay, let's try this.
Oh,
Yeah.
nice pass. See, Jokic, Aaron Gordon, if you're going to do that all night, Miami's not going to win.
Yeah.
They're just not going to win. Hey, Hank, this one's for you, this comment.
Yes, that is what I call them. I love that.
The Denver Chicken Nuggets.
No,
Yeah.
No, see. Funny story from that. When we went to our first Rangers game, Jennifer and I, right before that, I was at a Knicks game and they were playing the Nuggets. And then when Jennifer asked me, "Oh, who are the Knicks playing?" I just replied with the Denver Chicken Nuggets.
That's a bad call by the referee right there.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I just wanted to tell that story. I thought it was funny, and you know how I'm a sucker for puns and dad jokes.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, that was not a good call.
That's an arm bar on Jimmy Butler right there. They didn't call it. And a fight's already happening.
Lowered his shoulder.
Usually they call the arm push like this every time. I mean,
Sometimes
come
you get
on.
away with it.
Also, guys, if you don't mind, I'm going to do some more comic relief here for a little bit.
Yeah.
Nick, go look at a picture of Calvin Booth. I dare you. He looks like this. He looks like this. That's literally what Calvin Booth looks like.
By the way, just looking around in was it? It's American Airlines Arena, right? Or is it called?
It's
Or where are
Kasai
they?
right now.
Oh wait, where are they? In
Kasai.
Denver? It's Ball Arena. Okay,
Yeah, it's
Ball Arena.
Ball Arena in Denver.
There's so many names of all these arenas now. They keep changing.
I can't keep track of it.
Nick, Kasai Center is where the Miami Heat play. But you're right. I still think of it as American Airlines Center.
It was the American Airlines Center when we were kids.
Exactly.
And
But
the
just like
Mavericks,
how you'll always think of Pittsburgh Steelers.
That's a great
stadium
shot by Adebayo.
instead of a Crusher.
yeah. This Heinz Field is forever for the Steelers play.
Also, I'm sorry, but
That's a bad shot.
Why would
Yeah.
you change the name Miller Park to American Family Field?
Miller Park is a staple, just like Busch Stadium in St. Louis.
American Family Field?
The biggest sin, in my opinion, is Staples Center changing.
Oh God,
to
Crypto.com Arena.
Yeah, Crypto.com Arena. Come on, like
You know what it is, Hank? It's all about the money. That's what it is. Oh, shoot that,
Paul. Paul,
Money.
how about I one up you? I have another horrible baseball name for a baseball park.
what you got?
Guaranteed Rate Field.
That's
Yes.
bad.
That was a bad one too. Yeah,
That's a White Sox, right?
Rate Field. Yeah.
guaranteed rate.
By the way, 16-10 Miami, 5:30 in the first quarter. That's a bad shot, and still makes it.
Strus is on.
He's on fire.
He heard our criticism.
He looked bad in game one, like
He looked
really bad.
bad.
All right,
He'll get anything to go.
Jokic, put that up. Oh God! Oh, they get the
Oh, they get it.
offensive foul.
Yeah.
Actually, you know what? That wasn't a bad pass, but it wasn't a good shot. You noticed though, Paul, that a lot of NBA guys love the corner three a lot.
Oh, absolutely.
I don't know why. It's the toughest shot on the court.
Yeah. It's the shortest though too. That's why they
Oh,
lost.
wow. How did that not go out of bed?
Wait, are you still ahead of us or no?
Hold on. Let me do the 10-second thing again. 10. 9,
That's an up and down. That's an up and down. They didn't call it.
2, 1.
That was actually a good shot by Jimmy Butler, though.
It was. That looked like an up and down. I guess
because he got a hand on the ball when it went up.
Yeah, that must be why.
That should be no foul there. No foul there.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
These refs are letting them play early, like a lot.
Can I do my Clyde Frazier impersonation for that?
What?
The refs are having a lot of leniency here.
Oh yeah.
That's what Clyde would say during Knick games, right, Paul?
God, I love Clyde.
Clyde is the best. Oh, we got Lowry off the bench early.
Yeah, St. Vincent.
He must be in foul trouble now if they're pulling him off this early. By the way, if you're watching the stream, you want to drop a comment, we'll show them on screen if you have. Put that in. There you go.
There you go. That's Jokic
That's-
right there.
Jokic they're leaving the paint open. He's got to dare them to guard them in the paint.
Yeah. They can't stop him.
He's so big.
Ball's got to go through him.
Timeout, Miami. All right, so 21-12 Miami. I didn't see how much time was left in the first quarter. But the refs are letting them play early on. A lot of very physical game to start.
Yeah.
So you're at any call. Did you guys just go to commercial?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, then we're on the same feed now. Hooray!
Okay, good. But I don't know. So I like to reserve the commercial breaks for stories I've heard throughout the week. Or actually what happened. Did you see what Adam Silver said about the John Morant situation? Or what he did not say about the John Morant situation?
All I saw was that he said they're still investigating it. But I probably missed something.
So before game one, he came out and said, "Oh, we've basically decided what we're doing with Ja, but we're not going to say it until after the NBA finals are over."
Are you serious? Oh my God.
Really?
That's not something that like why would he say that? Like, even if they have made their decision, just say that we're still investigating something.
It's not going to be enough, whatever he announces.
Oh no, it's gonna be like a 30-game suspension or something like that.
All I'm gonna say is, like, I guarantee you on all our shows, like you especially, Paul, we're all gonna blow up when he announces like a 30-game suspension.
Oh, absolutely. It's gonna be something stupid like that. The question though is, will the Grizzlies self-impose a bigger suspension on him because they're fed up with him?
I don't know. I mean, once the NBA gets involved, I don't know if the Grizzlies are basically saying, "Oh, you handled it. Okay, good. We don't have to do anything."
Yeah, it's true. I mean, a team that is desperate for their first championship too. Like they're going to.
It's so nuts. I mean, like, and they just signed him. I don't know if it was not Supermax, but Max. 5 years, 195, I think, was the contract he signed, which is supposed to kick in this coming year.
Mm-hmm.
Now,
and since he didn't make an All NBA team, that was like one of the caveats for
Supermax.
Yeah, for him to be able to get the Supermax this offseason. He would have been eligible for it if he made an All NBA team.
Secretly, I think the Grizzlies are saying, "Thank God he didn't make the first team."
Oh, absolutely. They're probably so proud. They already giving him way too much money.
I mean,
here's the thing about the Grizzlies. I think they should be glad that Ja isn't even the only cancer. The other one that they had to get rid of before he quote unquote metastasized was Dylan Brooks.
Oh wait, you mean? Oh, I wasn't ready for it. That
Long Dong Tigers. Ni hao! Ni hao! Ni hao!
Nick, can I repeat a line that I said about Dylan Brooks on a previous episode of Game On?
Yeah.
Hey, Mr. Brooks, when you next time you trash talk LeBron, don't start something you can't finish.
It's a good point.
He's going to become a legend in China. They're gonna make a statue right next to Stephon Marbury.
Damn it! You read my mind. I was gonna say the same thing.
I knew
it. Also,
right
by the way, the game is at a commercial break. If you're wondering, so let's see. It's now 21-12 Miami. 4:20 left in the first quarter. Miami possession and missed shot, rebound. Up, who's got up? That can't happen either.
Yeah, that's loose ball. Wow. Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Bricks.
Somebody, finally.
They had too many second chances.
Yeah, really.
Denver got away with it. Got Gordon driving.
Ugh. That's a bad shot, and it went in. That's Michael Porter, Paul, in a nutshell. Bad shots that go in.
Absolutely. He finds a way. Nice kick out, wide open.
Oh, nice shot. Ugh. A lot of deep rebounds early.
Yeah.
That's
a bad shot too.
Yeah. Yeah, nobody's boxing out. I mean, nobody boxes out in the NBA anymore, but it's especially apparent tonight.
Come on, Paul. It's not the 90s anymore. We don't play aggressive defense.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
Full offense.
They can be Charmin soft at times.
That was good. That's a bad shot, and it went in.
Yeah.
Actually, yeah.
I'll give Strus credit. He's not afraid to shoot after game one.
But statistically, it's not a good shot.
But 70% of the shots that are taken in the NBA are not good shots.
That's a good point. It was a foul before the shot. Yeah.
Like if I took one of those shots back in middle school basketball, I would have been benched. 70% of the shots that get taken in the NBA. Forget it.
What? You know what the funny part is? You could have a worse percentage as an NBA athlete than you do with the weather person. Yeah. And you will last longer in the NBA than you are as a weather person on TV.
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, boy. Now, Paul, this begs the question. What if Russell Westbrook was on the team that you were on in middle school with that same coach?
Hey, you would have to call him Brick.
Yeah. I don't think he'd ever see the court.
As in the words of Tom Albano, He is probably the lead player for the Dimsdale Ball Hogs.
Wow. That was a good shot by Jokic, by the way.
And for the record, Paul can vouch for me. He knows I've absolutely hated Russell Westbrook since college.
Oh yeah, you have. When I was a Westbrook fan, you hated him.
Oh my gosh!
I used to love Westbrook.
Drove me nuts the way he would shoot the ball and just take.
Oh, nice shot!
Yeah, Bruce Brown with the athleticism.
Wasn't he on a few other teams also?
Yeah, he was on Brooklyn.
Oh God! Don't even remind me Brooklyn right now.
he played a few years for Brooklyn.
Oh, nice shot there. Is that an N1? What was it?
Foul, looks like.
I never know when guys are up in the air. I always find it rare that they call an offensive foul while you're in the air.
Oh no, that was definitely an offensive foul.
He pushed off. Yeah, they're gonna. The refs are gonna call that every time. But Miami just looks way better out of the gate. Miami's playing a lot of zone early on. Wow, nice shot by Jokic there with the running hook.
Oh yeah, he's heating up. That's not a good sign for Miami.
This is a mismatch on defense right here. They're not even taking advantage of it. That's a bad shot.
Yeah.
You also notice that Jokic is almost playing point guard, bringing the ball up and down the court too.
Oh, that's his thing. I know he's literally the point guard for them.
That almost was a travel.
I think that was a travel. They got away with it.
Oh, nice move, and he missed it.
Christian Brown.
Nick, are you ready for? Actually, I'll save this reference when we go to commercial break.
That was a heck of a layup right there.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, it's a 3-point game.
Right back in it.
Denver will always shoot themselves back in the game. Always. That probably should have been a backcourt right there.
Yeah, that was questionable.
Ugh. Kyle Lowry takes horrible shots. Doesn't matter what team he's on. He thinks he's LeBron and he can take the fadeaway jumpers.
Yeah.
Yep, score one for LeBron hate from me on that one.
I'm all for it.
Defensive 3 seconds. Or was it a foul? What was it? It was a foul.
Yeah,
that probably should have gone on Jokic, actually.
Yeah. It was definitely a moving screen.
You know what the problem is? The excuse that the refs make now, you're in some way, shape, or form, you're always going to be moving. So they can't call an offensive foul ever.
Yeah. That's the tough part about it is you're always going to be moving on a screen. But the question is if it's blatant or not.
That's a bad shot, and it almost went in.
End of the first.
Miami 26, Denver 23. They're probably going to go to commercial break here. Jokic with 11 points on 5 of 9 shooting. Strauss 12 points on 4 of 7.
Okay, Nick.
I just want to say one more thing, and then you can say. You were right, Paul. Strauss came out and looks a lot better shooting so far.
He had to. Right. And I give him credit. He's not afraid to chuck them up too after the rough first game.
All right, what you got, Hank?
So, Nick.
Yeah.
Did you know that the current NBA players would have made Ricky Nelson proud? You know why?
Why?
Because they're traveling men.
Wow.
Old school, dated 50s, 60s song reference that probably not too many people get here. But yeah, they're traveling men like Ricky Nelson.
But just in case people are joining us now, Miami 26, Denver 23 after first quarter. Denver shot themselves back into the game, which we're not surprised. Denver will always be in this game because their offense is just unheard of, beast-like.
Oh, and absolutely.
When you have Jokic, Paul, you're never out of a game.
Yeah. No, you can never rule a team out when you got a guy like Jokic literally just take over the game. I mean, we saw that in game 1. Just like he was very passive. Didn't dominate scoring wise, and then second half turned it on.
Well,
he has different gears.
It's true. You're right. He can be a passer and then he can be a scorer.
Yeah.
It's a matter of the A and the B switch.
Exactly. Yeah. He runs through different gears throughout a game, and he's very smart with knowing when's the right time for him to take over offensively or to facilitate.
It's a good point. But before we get back into the game, you want to give a quick shout for your show, 3&D, since we're sitting here. Just talk about quickly what your show's about since you've joined us.
Of course. 3&D, NBA and college basketball show. Brought it over to the Empty the Bench network. Usually Monday nights. This week we're going to be doing Tuesday nights after game 2. And we'll have a game 1, game 2 recap. But yeah, college basketball, NBA, all of the news that you guys need to know. We got NBA draft coverage. We got NBA finals coverage. Anything that's going on in the college world or in the NBA world, we got it covered. So check us out Mondays at 5 normally. It will be that'll be the normal time. And this week we'll have a nice games 1 and 2 recap since we'll be going up a day later.
So yeah, looking forward to that. As Paul knows and Tom knows and even Hank knows, I'm an NBA nerd. So I couldn't wait to actually bring Paul back over here. I went on with Paul on his show originally on a network we won't mention on here anymore. And I really enjoyed my time on that show. So I said, hey, you know what? Let's bring that show here because we can totally make that show work.
Absolutely. And we're growing it. We're growing it better.
Yeah. So
can I quote a song from a lyric from a certain song I love?
What song?
You built it better than you did before.
Yes. All right. Second quarter underway. Denver with possession. That's a bad pass. Just in case anyone was wondering, yes, I did call college basketball play-by-play when I was in school. So I'm like nerdy when watching these NBA games. I was actually fortunate enough that one of our games was actually on CBS Sports Network, where you could see me sitting at the scores table doing the radio for LIU.
That's awesome.
Let's see, 1-point game now. Who made that shot? I didn't see.
Number 0.
Christian Brown.
He's been good too, by the way.
Oh,
yeah.
Wow.
Oh, is that in bounds? Doesn't matter. I'm not surprised, by the way. I knew this game was going to be close.
Brown's a smart player. Was on the Kansas national championship team last year.
That team was good too.
That team was really good. Him and Ochai Agbaji, 2-star players. Baji's on the Jazz now.
Oh, shoot. He could get back-to-back championships.
Good.
Yeah. Has that ever happened, like coming out of college, winning a national title and winning an NBA title?
I think it has.
Magic Johnson.
Magic Johnson. Yep. There you go.
Oh, wow. I had no idea.
1979 with the Sparty beat Larry Bird in that famous title game.
Right. That's right. Okay. That's a steal. And that was a pretty dangerous foul right there. By the way, game of runs and streaks. Denver has now finally picked up their offensive side of the ball.
Yeah, Brown's making some plays right now.
I'm sure there's probably other players that have done that, but the first player I think thought of off the top of my head was obviously Magic Johnson.
Yeah, there's been a few, I think, but yeah, Magic is the one that's the easiest choice, the easiest one.
Kareem Floyd came pretty close.
By the way, Jeff Green, the journeyman as I like to call him. He's been around on quite a few teams. He was on the runs with the Celtics, right?
He was. He was on that old the old Celtics team.
Was he on the Big Three team?
He was on. I think he was. No, he was on. He started with the Supersonics. Same year as Kevin Durant. Then they turned into OKC, and then he went to the Celtics. He might
Nice
have
shot there.
He might have been with the Big Three for like a year, or he might have been with the Big Two after Ray Allen left.
What you got, Tom?
I was just going to say Denver had it. Now it had its first lead of the game.
Oh, nice shot right there. Not anymore. This is going to go back and forth. I know it. Oh, nice pass. Is that blocked by Gordon?
Looked like it
I
was.
think so.
Wow.
For three.
Nice shot right there.
Oh, big.
And timeout, Miami. See, Miami's kind of reverting back to not going out and guarding the shooter from the three-point line with Denver, and they're going to get burned every single time.
Yeah.
So 33-29. I didn't see how much time was left in the second quarter, but
Like 4 minutes. All right, guys, I've got a lot going on. I'm gonna have to drop out here.
okay. I got it from here.
See you later.
You good? Okay.
All right, thanks, guys. Take care.
Good to see you, Tom.
All right. So as we wait for the commercial break, I don't know. It's just I thought Miami was coming out to play early. Now I'm getting concerned again with Miami. Miami's like very hot and cold.
Yeah. They're very streaky.
I just
That's
don't get
for
it.
Sure.
I don't know. Miami's got to figure out the offensive side of the ball like soon, or they're gonna get their asses handed to them.
Yeah. They came out hot, and exactly. If they don't get something started soon, it could get out of hand pretty quickly, as we've seen plenty of times with the Nuggets.
I just I hope that someone like having Kevin Love in the lineup maybe helps their shooting. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean
it should.
you would
That's
hope.
the thing. It should.
Hank, what was that stat you gave about Kevin Love?
Oh, that he's been to the NBA Finals every year he made it to the playoffs?
I don't know. Do we see that? I don't see that. Oh, well, he's in the finals. Okay. I was thinking about winning the NBA Finals. But
No, he lost in 2015.
was that Cleveland?
Yeah.
Yep.
Was that in the middle of the Cleveland Golden State like back and forth run?
Mm-hmm.
God. Speaking of Golden State, talk about a team that's pretty much as low as it can get right now, especially with Bob Myers officially resigning from his GM president position.
Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see how long that core sticks together.
The money is insane.
Yeah, they have Steph and Clay under contract, but Draymond's got a player option, which he'll probably opt into.
Right.
It's for like 20-something mil, and I don't think he gets that from anybody else.
Isn't that nice? Isn't that nice that you could basically just say I'm opting in for $20 million and not have a worry in the world about life?
It's got to be fantastic.
I mean, but I thought I was reading, and Paul, you could probably confirm it, is the luxury number is going to be ridiculous for Golden State.
Yeah, I think so, because you're allowed to go over the salary cap to retain your own players, but the luxury tax gets to be insane if you have too many big contracts, and that's exactly what the Warriors are doing. You know, No, what you're saying?
I was just going to say, I guess because we're having a little feedback, that I thought I read like it was going to be $500 million like for Golden State at one point. Like that's way over the number.
Yeah, that's crazy. I don't even know like where, like what specifically.
Do you think Lakem is really going to pay that heavy luxury bill just to keep all those guys? I don't think so.
I don't think so. That's why they just might start breaking them up. I mean, they just gave Jordan Poole that big contract too, so they're stuck with him. No one's picking up that contract. So
He had such a good playoffs last year.
Mhm.
That's what he got paid for. Nice defense there by Denver.
Bada bing.
Man, Jamal Murray.
There we go. You saw the three before we did. Let's see. Yeah, Adebayo is doing too much dribbling and not enough in the paint. Anyone who has comments, by the way, drop them. Even if they're funny or stupid or ignorant, we'll read them. I love funny comments, by the way.
By the way, Paul, I found out. Oh shoot!
Oh, wow, got body slammed.
Dang. They're gonna call that on Miami, though. That looked like a WWE move right there. I got to see this again.
That was.
Can they stop showing 4 angles and just let me? Of course, they're going to show the shot, so now we can't see the replay of the body slam that happened. Oh God! What? Don't shoot that. All right, we're just going to play catch, or we're going to shoot. That's a 3 by Aaron Gordon. Wow!
Now they're up 10.
Unbelievable. Denver's offense comes to life.
Miami falls asleep for a little bit, and this is what happens.
I'll tell you right now, if Miami does not pick up momentum and they're down by double digits going into the second half, I think this is going to be over.
It could be. It's starting to get out of hand really fast, so they have to do something right now.
See, that's not a good shot, but Adebayo's thinking the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to back him down. There you go.
Oh, nice shot right there.
3 from Vincent. That's a big shot. How about Gabe Vincent? This entire playoffs, my God. The amount of big shots he's hit.
Again, they don't beat the Knicks without Gabe Vincent.
Nope. They don't beat the Knicks without Gabe Vincent or Caleb Martin.
Or Jimmy Butler.
That's a bad shot. That almost went in.
Oh.
What the heck? Oh, nice. That's going to be an easy layup. And 1.
Flexed on him, too. I like it.
Well, because that almost was a dirty foul, too.
It was,
almost.
Yeah. He hit him hard. It's a terrible foul by Strus, though. If you're going to foul the dude, you got to take him. You got to, like...
I hate to say this, but like back in the day when you're on a fast break and you're right up with them, you're supposed to almost hug them so they don't score.
No, exactly. That's exactly what you're supposed to do. Like,
you can't be in between. You can't foul him when he's going up.
Exactly.
Because one of two things is going to happen if you foul them on the way up. They're going to score, or 2, you're going to get a flagrant because you grabbed them in the air.
Yeah, you can't hit the dude in the back of the head and think that he's just going to miss the dunk. Like if you're going to foul him, you got to make sure he cannot jump. If he's already in the air, like you just let him.
You got to let him go. Let him go.
A teabag would have been a better move.
Oh, that's a bad shot. And it almost went in. Yeah, Miami's got to slow it down here big time.
They're doing all this without Jokic, too.
They're doing Denver a favor right now by taking jump shots.
Yeah. They are, because they're not capitalizing on Jokic being off the floor.
That's a bad shot, and it went in. You've got to be kidding me.
Jeez.
Was there a timeout? Timeout, Miami.
Yeah, the Jokic. Honestly, if I were them, just keep Jokic on the bench for now.
I would keep him on the bench until like about 2-3 minutes left in the half, just so he's not rusty going into the half. Like
they're cooking without him. Just let him rest. Because if Miami starts making a comeback in the second half, you're going to need him to play the entire second half, pretty much.
Also, you're not wasting his fouls out on the court. I mean,
exactly.
All right, they're in a commercial break. You guys, Paul, have you heard anything else going on in the NBA world at all, news-wise, or? It's
been pretty quiet. I mean, the few head coaching moves that took place. Actually, a couple of assistant coaches signed today. I saw Sam Cassell is going to join Joe Mazzulla's staff for the Celtics. He's going to be an assistant. Yeah. And he was up for a couple of head coaching jobs too. So that was an interesting move. And Terry Stotts is joining, I think, Nick Nurse's staff.
I like that. I like that one, actually.
Yeah.
Stotts got a bad rap in Portland.
Did. He was a good coach. He was a really good coach.
You know whose fault that probably was? It was probably Damian Lillard, if I had to take a guess.
Oh, superstar getting the coaches fired? No, we have never seen that before in NBA history.
Yeah.
Nope,
I mean,
not at all. In fact, LeBron has never done that either, by the way.
I mean, if you're a head coach in the NBA and you have a superstar on your team, you have 2 or 3 years to win a championship, or you're gone, pretty much.
Hey, LeBron James. I call it the LeBron James rule, as Hank would say.
Yeah, it pretty much is.
You mean
Unless you're like a Spoelstra or a Greg Popovich or a guy who's been with their team for
Doc.
a long time.
Even though I think Doc got an unfair rap in Philadelphia, to be honest.
Yeah.
Did he though?
I really do, because James Harden is not, as Tom has said with me on ETB, James Harden is not a playoff guy. He just is not.
Look, I don't entirely disagree with you, Nick, but at the same time, when you look at all the Game 7's loss, I don't know. That's kind of a trend. But I'm again, you're not.
Can I say one more thing though? When you're in the playoffs, as much as Doc Rivers is, you're going to lose games. Also,
well, true.
So, yeah, I do agree with you. By the way, you can't lose as many Game 7s as you have. That's just not a good look. And he was on good teams with the Celtics. That's what makes it worse.
Yeah.
Also, I'm sorry, but can I make a little bit of a hot take, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
The Big 3 era was overrated. I'm sorry.
I agree and disagree.
To an extent. Like, they only won one title together. And everyone seems to hold that team in such high regard, but yet they couldn't even hold a 3-2 lead a few years later. Although, at the same time, KG being injured didn't really help either in 2009, but still.
Well, what I would say is the Miami Big 3. Actually, I wouldn't even call Miami a Big 3. I'll give you a hot take. I don't think the Miami Big 3 was a Big 3. I think it was really a Big 2 because Chris Bosh got hurt. So it really was not a Big 3.
Also, James wasn't even the best. LeBron wasn't even the best player his first year in Miami. That was a Dwayne Wade MVP. That Dwayne Wade would have been MVP any other year if he didn't have LeBron on his team.
No, I agree with you, Hank. I agree with you. I think
a tough one.
I know, and make no mistake, D-Rose had a great season that year, but Dwayne Wade had such a great year that I feel like kind of gets forgotten about to a certain degree.
Yeah.
All right, back in action here. Miami's got the ball. Ugh, they're throwing the ball. That's a bad shot by Jimmy Butler, and it went in. I feel like I'm a broken record saying that. Like, at least Jimmy Butler finally put a shot up.
If you watch enough NBA, it'll just drive you crazy like that. Too many bad shots.
See, they're all looking to shoot threes. Paul, would you say that today's game is more about threes than anything else?
Absolutely. The game is centered around threes nowadays because the analytics, it's the same thing as baseball being around the home run. It's
a good point, actually.
Oh my gosh, the door's right on my mouth.
The analytics tell you that it's much more effective to strike out a ton of times if you can hit some home runs. And the analytics will tell you it's all right to miss a bunch of threes when you can make some, rather than driving to the paint and potentially missing a 2-pointer.
By the way, Jeff Green was fouled on that prior possession. He's shooting 2.
Cough, Russell Westbrook.
Hank, you and I have talked about this on the baseball side a lot because of what Paul just said.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, you and I have called it the 3 of 10 theory in baseball because 3 of 10, 300 is considered the top of the game. Think about that, though, for a second. You could go 3 for 10 and you're an all-star and you're almost an MVP going 3 for 10.
That actually reminds me of that famous Ted Williams quote. Baseball is the only field of endeavor where a man could fail 7 out of 10 times and still be considered successful.
I've got that in my room. Got that.
That's Paul. That's exactly why I brought that up because I know you've seen.
Baseball is the only field of endeavor I'm looking at right now where a man can succeed 3 times out of 10 and be considered a good performer.
Oh, come on, Kevin. Kevin Love had touched the ball 3 times and didn't put it in.
Oh, Brown.
He looks so good right now.
Up 13. It's getting out of hand.
And Jimmy Butler's not doing enough shooting.
No.
Oh, put that in.
Yeah, why did he pass that?
Why did you? That's a great rebound by Jokic. By the way, I think they put Jokic back in too early.
Yeah.
Don't take that. Ugh.
Oh, why would you shoot that?
That was almost, as I jokingly call it, 4-point territory. That's, really, you call. That's another thing, Paul, that I can't stand either. That they call more reach-ins today than they ever have.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
I wish they would get rid of the reach-in foul because the reach-in foul does nothing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Miami's got to come to life. They just look dead. Why isn't set that pick? Oh my god. Too many passes. That's not a good shot.
Brick.
Jimmy's got to drive that ball in. If he drove that ball like even 5 times out of 10, he would score a lot. It's unbelievable.
Hold on. Let me adjust my screen for a bit. There we go. I think it's a little bit better.
See, Adebayo's no use on that pick at all. Yeah. I don't understand why he's out there setting picks. Get out of there. There's no reason to be. Ugh. That go in.
I'm telling you, in every, I think they called an offensive foul.
Offensive foul.
But yeah. every pick Adebayo sets is an offensive foul.
Well, yeah, because he's always sticking his leg right there.
Yeah. He always does that. He kicks his leg out, and they only catch him sometimes. But
that one was blatantly obvious, though, because he fell over.
Yeah.
Ugh. Is that Tyler Hero?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tyler Hero? You mean Sheen?
Very, very interesting facial hair. He's got a few.
They call it
on his chin.
Oh, Jokic almost got hurt right there. That's a big tumble, right? By the way,
it is. That guy hits the ground.
All of Denver is going to shake. Yeah. That's actually a good shot right there.
Going to dent the floor.
Kevin Love's got to take those open shots more. I mean it. Still an 11-point gain. There's really no panic on the Denver side right now. See, Jokic has got to drive. The lane is open. Why is he not driving that in? Oh, steal by Miami.
That was a nice defense by Vincent.
And one.
Dude, Gabe Vincent's a player, I'm telling you. I like him.
I think he's going to be around for many years in Miami. I do.
I know. He's good.
I wouldn't say, the guy that I think of, he's never going to be this guy. But Gabe Vincent kind of makes me think of like Udonis Haslem, like a guy who's a gritty guy, who's willing to do whatever it takes to help the team win.
Yeah. We'll always have a team for that reason. Exactly. Actually, Haslam's going to have his number retired.
This was his last season, technically, right?
Yeah, it was. So he played 20 years all for the Heat.
It's unbelievable. It really is. This guy, talk about durability.
I know.
Wait. So, Paul, is he the only player to have ever been in every single NBA Finals for the Heat?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
He was in every single one. He was on the 06 team. He was young back then. He was like in his mid-20s.
That was the Shaq D. Wade team, right?
He was on that team.
Gary Payton was on that team, too. Everyone forgets that.
Wait a minute.
Walker.
And Mike Miller.
Mike Miller. Well, was Mike Miller? No, Mike Miller was on the LeBron D. Wade team.
Oh, right.
A few years later.
Was that Richard? Was that Richard or was that later?
Richard Lewis was on the team, yep. And James Posey, I think, was on the team, too.
Talk about a guy who skipped away with a few championships, even though he probably shouldn't have.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, there was another NBA legend who won an NBA championship a year after winning the college championship. Bill Russell.
Bill Russell, right?
Oh, yeah, Bill Russell. That's
with San Francisco in '56.
Yeah.
I'll give you a lesser known one too. Billy Thompson.
That name sounds familiar. Yeah.
He won with Louisville in '86, and then he went back to back with the '87 and '88 Lakers.
Damn.
Bill Russell, when he played at San Francisco, the Dons.
Yeah.
Right.
You know who also was on that team that also won titles with the Celtics?
Who?
So,
Casey Jones.
oh, he was
Jones.
yeah, you're right.
He also was an Olympic gold medalist in basketball too, Casey Jones.
I mean, the Celtics had like all of the stars of the league on their team.
Casey Jones was an underrated NBA star, and I feel like he's underrated because he was on the Celtics.
Absolutely. No, Casey Jones was a great player. Sam Jones was a great player.
Casey Jones also won 2 titles as their coach in the 80s.
Yeah.
Game's back on. Jokic just bricked the layup. See, Kevin Love's in no man's land. He can't do anything with that pass.
I like that flop by Caldwell Pope.
Yeah, that was bad.
He couldn't get it called, but he tried at least.
Really? They called a foul on that? I wish they would. I thought the rule was that you can't get a defender up in the air anymore to try to go into them anymore.
That's what they said.
That's a foul? Wait a minute.
Yeah, I think.
Oh, yeah, that's a foul.
Yeah,
that's a foul.
Definitely
He got him on the elbow. The pump.
Yeah, I mean that's what they're saying. They try to not call that as much, like the clear cut, like James Harden move of like jumping into the guy and pretending
you can't do that anymore. I think they finally got rid of that rule. Yeah. Finally,
they are cracking down on it a lot. I mean, if you get the guy to jump and he actually does hit you, like you have to call that a foul. But
no, but I'm talking about
if you're clearly jumping into the guy and he's not doing anything to initiate contact, those are the ones that shouldn't get called.
No, I'm talking about back in the day, like the clear ones where like you would get the guy to jump in and then you would go into him and like throw the ball up.
Oh yeah,
yeah. Those are insane. Denver up 50-43, by the way, 3:40 left in the half. Oh, that was a bad pass. Murray could have had an open all day 3 there. Oh, God. And he got his own rebound and scored.
Wow. I do have to say, though, Adebayo is playing some good defense on Jokic in the first half.
But the value's not there on the offensive side, and that's what's going to hurt Miami. That's an air ball. Actually, does hitting the bottom of the net count as an air ball or no?
And as long as it doesn't hit the rim, in my opinion,
that's an air ball.
I consider it an air ball.
I always wondered that if that's technically an air ball, because technically air ball means you hit nothing.
Yeah, it may not be like by the definition of it, but as long as it doesn't hit rim or backboard, I consider it an air ball.
Oh,
well, now then it becomes an oxymoron.
That's a good point.
Yeah,
that's not an offensive foul right there, unless he flopped. See, too much passing. See, that was the best move of the night by Jimmy Butler right there.
That was a great move.
Buckets.
Right,
but I'm saying if he did that all game, they wouldn't be trailing right now.
It's a good move. I mean, he's got hit in the face.
That should have been a foul.
Hey, Nick, I see some more funny comments.
Let me go into the comment section. Yes, Wandong Tigers. And nope, I'm going to leave the other one alone.
No, come on, man. It's a funny one.
I'll leave that one to the imagination.
All I'm gonna say is let's just say John Morant is a moron and Adam Silver slip up.
Yeah. Well. Oh, come on, Aaron Gordon. Oh, offensive rebound. Who's got it? But should have been a shot clock reset there, no? I guess not. That's not a good shot.
Oh, Porter.
Paul, you think Porter shoots a little too much?
A little bit. I mean, that's like his game.
That's a terrible shot by Kevin Love right there. Kickball. What are you laughing at over there?
I don't know whether I'm laughing at the shots or the comment section, but I don't know.
The comment section is open as long as there's nothing. Well, We get stupid comments in our comment section all the time. It's not a surprise.
Well, you know the peanut gallery is bound to crack me up. That's all I'm gonna say.
Yeah. 5-point game, minute until we go to the half. Drive that or don't drive that. Oh, what the heck?
Yeah, you just lost it.
All right, now you got to shoot it. Shoot it.
KCP.
Can you imagine if that went in?
They just called a foul there.
Wow.
That's bad. That's bad. They shouldn't have let that one go because the defender fell over. You can't call that one there. I think that was a 3-pointer. Is that a 3-pointer also?
That was a 3, yeah.
Oh, they're saying that he didn't have a landing spot. That's what they're calling.
That's the only problem with that call is like they have to make that call because he isn't allowing him to land, even though
he could have gotten hurt.
Yeah, even though it's very unfortunate, and obviously, like doesn't seem like a normal foul, that it has to be called in that situation.
By definition, they changed the rule a couple of years ago for safety reasons. It has nothing to do with what the refs want to call. For safety reasons, you have to be able to land because people were getting hurt because they couldn't land.
Andrew Bogut was sticking his leg out underneath guys.
That was in the Golden State series, no?
Yeah. And who was it? I think he did that to LeBron. LeBron twisted.
He did that to LeBron quite a few times.
Yeah.
But Bogut, in my opinion, is a dirty player.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Don't get me wrong. He helped a lot of teams win, but
there's that one play back when he was in Milwaukee, like in the mid-2000s, that I forget who went up. Someone was on a fast break, went up to dunk, and he just shoved them in the back. And
yes, I kind of remember that.
It was one of the dirtiest fouls that like you've ever seen.
The problem is what's a dirty foul anymore? I feel like in today's NBA, if you sneeze on somebody, they get mad at you.
Oh yeah, because
that was a tough shot.
Yeah, but that reminds me of a certain hockey player in Pittsburgh. Guy wears 87, and he has Cry and Sob in his last name.
That's nice play right there by Aaron Gordon. Wow. Yes, we all know Sidney Crosby's a pansy. I know.
Cry and Sob in his name. That's funny. I like that one, Hank.
This is going to be the final shot for Miami right here.
Well, also, Paul, he's a Canadian Neymar.
Oh, God.
A Canadian Neymar.
You know how Neymar like flops and dives all over the place? I don't know how familiar you are with soccer, the Brazilian player. Great player, but he's such a flopper and diver.
Yeah. That was the pass of the half right there from Jokic to Aaron Gordon right there.
Oh, yeah.
That. By the way, you're not winning if those two guys are on the same page. You're just not winning.
I mean, that's just what makes Jokic insane, though. Is like he sees him cutting back door.
Why so serious?
Oh, let's see. Oh, that's a bad shot by Albano, and we made it. Oh God, what are you doing? What? Oh, almost made it.
Just
all right, 57-51. Okay. Denver going into the half. You grab a drink. I'll put you down here for a second. So, Paul, what do you make of that first half?
I think it was a half of runs. I mean, the Heat obviously started off hot. The Nuggets fought back, and you thought that they were going to pull away hard. And the Heat had a very good second half of the second quarter. So
yeah,
cut it back down to 6. So
referees were letting them play, right?
Oh, absolutely. Still a lot of work to do for Miami to get back in this game, though, I think, because Denver's got all the momentum.
So, since we have some time to kill, how long is the half? It's usually about 10 minutes.
Yeah, usually 10-15 minutes, something like that.
So, I have a fun little situation we can do here. Since you and I were talking about this, you were talking about this on Game On as well. If you had to make a pyramid out of the players on both teams right now, how would you handle that pyramid?
As in, like how good they are in the NBA right now, or all time?
I would say current, just to be fair.
Yeah, where they are right now.
Yeah,
definitely. Well, Jokic would definitely be number 1.
Yeah.
Number 2 would be Jimmy Butler. I would say. Number 3,
Murray.
yeah, would probably be Jamal Murray, and then 4 would be Adebayo. Yeah, I think that would have to be the top 4. Then 5. This is where it gets interesting. You'd have to consider Porter. Have to consider Gordon. I mean, if we want to count Tyler Hero is probably 5.
Oh, I didn't even think about that. You're right.
Yeah, even though he's hurt, he's probably 5, and then you probably put Porter 6. I would say.
Yeah, it's tough to do all time now because some of these guys haven't even been to the NBA Finals.
Oh yeah, exactly. If you're doing all time, completely different story. But
I think Jokic will eventually be an all-time guy. I do.
But he's like the only all-time guy in the series.
I agree with you totally.
I mean,
Jimmy Butler is a great player.
Yeah,
but he will never be an all-time guy.
Yeah. I mean, he's got to win MVPs in order to do that. He's got to win. I mean, if he wins a championship here, it gets him more into that discussion. But
I mean, the hot take I would give is, and whether you agree or disagree, you and I are pretty spot on for the most part on certain stuff. If he was still with Philadelphia, I think they won a title already.
He probably would have. I completely agree with that. And it's honestly the only fault it was with Philadelphia because they decided to pay Tobias Harris instead. So,
yeah, I never understood that for the life of me, and I'm sure you don't understand that either. That is he even around anymore? I don't even hear anything about him anymore. Do you?
Harris, he's just like he's an offensive guy. He's just an offensive player. He's not a tremendous defender. He averages
serviceable.
Yeah, exactly. He averages 17, 18 a game. He's not a 20-plus point per game scorer. He's a good third option on your team. But Jimmy Butler is completely different. Jimmy Butler can be a star for your team. If the Sixers had Jimmy Butler and not James Harden, they'd be better, I think, because Butler and Embiid kind of went much better together than Harden.
Bingo. I think you hit it right on the head. Bingo. I think you hit it right on the head. I think that Butler, who is more of a drive and shoot guy, as opposed to, excuse me, James Harden, who, when he slumps and he doesn't drive, he's just going to shoot 35-foot three-pointers and cause himself in a slump. I'll give you, for instance, since we like to talk NBA history, look back at the Rockets Golden State series and tell me James Harden shot them out of winning that series.
Oh no, absolutely. And that was a series they should have won too. That was
historically the amount of threes in that game 7 that they missed.
Yeah, it was crazy. I know. But that's been the story of his career though, It's he's a great player, great regular season guy, had some good playoff games, but when the job needs to get done, he does not come through the majority of the time. It's true. That's what differentiates a guy from being, an MVP or an all-time great as an MVP / NBA champion. So, as Hank is back with us, all right. If you're just joining us now, it is halftime. What was the official score at the half? It's 57-51 Nuggets over the Heat. We've been kind of discussing how you basically said it was a half of wrongs, basically, Paul, that basically Miami's got to do better. I think if they're going to have any chance of winning this game, Adebayo's got to play more of the paint. Yeah. I mean, if he's just going to shoot jump shots, Miami might as well just wave the flag and go home. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, like I said before, too, I think Adebayo had a decent half guarding Jokic. I thought he contained him as well as he possibly could, but it's a completely different animal when you're dealing with a guy like Jokic. You have to be stellar on the defensive end, right? And also 6 points on 3 of 8 shooting is not going to get it done from Adebayo. I'm looking at some of the box scores. Kevin Love had 3 points, and he was in the starting lineup for Caleb Martin. No.
I mean, I'm looking at his numbers. Caleb Martin, he's 0 of 2 in 6 minutes. What was the point of having him if you're not going to put him in the game?
Yeah, he didn't do much.
I don't get it. Hank, what did you think of the first half?
Yeah, I thought it was weird. There were a lot of bad shots that were taken that just somehow went in by pure magic, I would say. And yeah, it's crazy. The Nuggets, even without Jokic, they can still find a way to beat you if you're not playing like good enough defense on them. And I love how they're just never really out of a game, even when they're like down by a good amount of points. But yeah, that was definitely a pretty interesting first half, to say the least. And oh man, I gotta say, Murray's definitely been having a pretty good one too, right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. I mean, look at his numbers. He's got 8 points. Let's see. He's got 8 points, 3 rebounds, and 5 assists. But just looking at some of the numbers that stood out, Miami and Denver pretty much shot identical from 3. Miami 8 for 17, Denver 7 for 16. Miami's winning in the 3-point department, and they are trailing.
yeah.
What does that tell you? It tells you they're not playing enough defense to stay in the game. So,
second chance opportunities too.
oh yeah, I mean, I'm trying to look to see what the offensive rebound department. Miami has 6. Oh, Miami's beating them in the offensive rebound category too. So something's not adding up on the stat line if they're trailing by 6. I mean,
they're hitting their threes. They're grabbing the offensive boards.
It's crazy. I mean, I'm telling you right now, if Miami falls flat and loses this game again, this could be a short series.
Yeah, it could.
I don't want it to be. I think these teams could go back and forth, like you said, and have a 7-game series, but you got to win a game.
Yeah. No, if Nuggets go up 2-0, could very well be a 5-game series. I feel like it is going to go 6 or 7, but it's tough if Miami falls down 2-0. I mean, when it goes back to Miami, they're going to win at least one of those games, but they also have to win a game in Denver right now. So they need to win this game, or else they have to be perfect when they go back home.
I mean, we already know Denver is going to steal one game in Miami already. We know
exactly, and that'll pretty much put them away if Denver finishes this game off.
Yeah. By the way, if you're joining us on the live stream, youtube.com/ETB Network, Hank on Game On, at Game On ETB, across social media platforms, Instagram at Game On _ETB. Follow Paul on the 3&D at the 3&D ETB as well. You can follow me on Empty the Bench as well, talking all sports. But I'm just hoping that this game turns around, because Miami came out on a hot streak of all things to start this game. And we all said it. It was like, oh, wow, Miami's coming out. Denver looks flat. Take advantage. Didn't take advantage at all.
You know what I would say Miami did? They tried stabbing Denver with the steely knives, but they just couldn't kill the beast.
It's a good point.
Little Hotel California reference there. You're welcome, America.
What were you going to say, Paul?
I don't even know what I was going to say. It's a good question. I think I was just agreeing to something.
I mean, the other thing that if Jokic and Aaron Gordon are going to make passes like that in the second half, Miami better pack its bags. It's going to be over.
Yeah. It's impossible. Impossible to stop that.
It looks like the half's almost over. But Hank, I was talking to Paul about current pyramids between these two teams.
Mm-hmm.
I had to make a pyramid. If you had to make a pyramid for these two teams, current, not all time, how would you rank players on a pyramid for these
Are
two
we
teams?
talking about combined with all teams, or just like
These two teams right now in the NBA Finals?
Okay, so I would probably put Jokic at 1.
Okay.
I would put Jimmy Butler at 2. as much as I love Jimmy Butler, I can't put him ahead of Jokic for a few reasons. Number one, Jimmy Butler isn't quite as elite as Jokic because, I mean, look, how many other players are you going to see average triple-double to carry a team to a finals the way Jokic has? Like,
Never.
come on. And then number three, I'm thinking I would probably put Jamal Murray up there. That's a great question, by the way. I love that. And see, this is where it gets hard because Michael Porter Jr. is a good third option, but I'm sorry, the chucking of 3-pointers, he's too much of a Russell Westbrook or a Carmelo Anthony type of player for my liking. So,
but the one difference I would say though is I think Porter will take the ball to the hoop more than Russell.
Yeah, no. So ultimately, I think I have to put him at number 4. Number 5.
This is where it gets tough.
I feel like I'm putting number 5 on that list by default. No.
What is it?
I would probably say Bam Adebayo, but even then, there are certain things about his game defensively that I don't quite like.
Yours and Paul's list was basically similar, except I think you had Bam higher, right?
Yeah, I had Bam 4 I had Bam 4, Tyler Hero 5, and Porter 6.
Oh, okay. See, I didn't put Tyler Hero up there because I was thinking about guys who were on the floor. But
yeah, that's the one caveat. If we're not talking Tyler Hero, then I got Porter at 5.
Sorry about that.
That's not bad. I think that's pretty good. Both of them are pretty good. I mean,
but yeah, number 1 was really a no doubter. So truth be told, it really was. It actually no, I take that back. 1 and 2 were firmly set in place. It was really 3 through 6 that we were focusing on.
Absolutely. I think every basketball fan would agree that that's 1 and 2, and in that specific order.
Now, by the way, if I'm talking about pyramids for all time with those two teams for the Denver Nuggets, it would be Nikola Jokic, Wide Hill, and then probably English and Melo. That's probably it.
The Melo is a tough one because he's number 8 all time in scoring, I think.
Yeah.
Actually, wait, hold up. How did I not mention Skywalker, David Thompson?
Oh yeah,
David Thompson up there. I would honestly, I'd put Jokic 1, English 2, and Melo 3. Is probably my ranking of all time Nuggets.
I mean, the
David
knock
Thompson
on
was pretty good. Everyone seems to forget about that.
The knock on Melo is always going to be not winning a title. That's just That's always going to be the knock. I mean, but here's the problem I have, and this is across all sports. Are we put in because we win titles, or are we put in because of stats? You get into the Hall of Fame because of stats, not the titles.
Yeah.
Right?
No, absolutely.
So,
I think it's like the titles help your case in my opinion. It's like if your stats aren't as good as, another player who doesn't have a ring or doesn't have, 2 rings, I think those kind of like add points to it.
If that were the case, though, if the way they're doing it, there's a lot of people in all of the Hall of Fames that shouldn't be in there.
Oh no, yeah. I mean, when it comes to the Hall of Fame, like it's just you're right. I mean,
I feel like we put everybody in now. I feel like
the Basketball Hall of Fame. If you were any bit of an impactful player, you don't even have to be a star. If you were an impactful player in your time, then you're going in the Hall of Fame, basically. I mean, like
I'll give you another one.
You look at some of the numbers of some of the guys in the Hall of Fame from a while ago. It's
I'll give you one. I don't know if he's in the Hall of Fame, but Robert Horry.
Robert Horry, yeah.
Is he in the Hall of Fame?
I don't think so.
I would say he's more of the guy that accidentally benefited from being on a bunch of good teams.
Yeah, no, that's true. I completely agree with that.
He was on the Spurs run and the Lakers run.
Yeah, and he was on the Rockets. He was on the Rockets too. He had
Rockets, right?
He won 5 rings.
I would agree with that. The thing is, he also was a pretty clutch shooter, though. No.
Yeah. By the way,
you have to take that into account.
Third
Big
quarter
shot
action is back. But no, I agree with you 100%. See,
Who, me? What I said about Horry shooting?
Oh, nice shot by Vincent out of the half there. 3-point game. By the way, if they're going to come out and shoot, then this Miami might have a field day.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. There we go. What is that, KCP to Gordon there? Yeah, I think so. If they're going to leave Gordon open at the paint for the rest of this game, they might as well walk away too.
Yeah.
This offense looks so stagnant. I don't know what the hell Miami's doing.
Nice pass.
Somehow made that layup in the circus.
It looks like he got hit in the face.
They're letting a lot of contact go. A lot.
They are. Jokic? Ooh.
Oh, come on. What was that? That's a push off.
That's just insane. Like,
And still made it.
Yeah, that's just ridiculous. Like, he had nowhere to go, and he flicked it up, and it still went in.
Well, because of his wingspan, he probably just has to throw it at the basket. It'll go in.
Oh, absolutely.
That's a
There you
bad
go.
shot by Love. And it went in.
Can you imagine this idea of a logo? Jokic holding the ball like this.
Like, he'd be the new logo man, right?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think I saw a meme for that too, but like, it had me thinking that's pretty damn cool.
It would be. Oh, give it to Jokic. All day.
He's insane.
All day. If you're gonna leave Jokic at the top of the key, he's gonna shoot it every time.
Yeah. He's cooking.
If he's gonna be dangerous from three and on fire from three, that look out.
Yeah.
Is someone gonna play defense? Actually, great pass by Butler right there.
2-point game.
Timeout, Denver.
They're coming back.
By the way, I still think Jimmy Butler's not shooting the ball enough.
Yeah, Jimmy Butler, the first 2 games now, he hasn't.
That was a great pass, by the way.
It was,
I'll give
it was
him
a very
that.
good pass.
He's better when he's under pressure. No?
I agree. I would agree 100%. Absolutely. But when they're trailing, it's like in game 1 when they were trailing and they needed him the most. He kind of like faded like Mini Me. He got smaller than Mini Me out on the court. I mean, Paul, am I wrong? In game 1, he basically shrunk away.
No, you're absolutely right. Which was something that we haven't seen from him throughout this playoffs. Like when there's been a big moment, he stepped up. Game 1 was kind of the outlier.
Right. And the scary thing is, Miami is one Jimmy Butler injury away from being done.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. I'll give him credit. He's a good passer, but the one knock on his game is that he doesn't look to score.
Yeah.
Look what happened in Philadelphia. He was basically forced to be a scorer in Philadelphia, and that wasn't his game. When he was in, what was it, Minnesota, when he got traded there in the middle of the season?
That was just a train wreck, his time in Minnesota. My God.
And you would think him and oh my God, why am I forgetting his name? Karl Anthony Towns would have been a great match together.
They should have been. They definitely should have been.
Now, I could say Karl Anthony Towns has been a little bit of a disappointment, but
Karl Anthony Towns.
You know what? The Timberwolves are just, I feel bad for them. They just can never figure anything out.
I see another comment, by the way.
if I can breathe, that would be good. That reminds me of Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Okay.
Good movie, by the way.
Yeah. Well, if you think about it, Jimmy Butler is Honey, I Shrunk the Kids. Can't see him. But as we wait for that game to come out of commercial break, Miami's just got to step up and play better. I mean, the whole team is actually shooting well, just not Jimmy Butler. How often do you hear that?
Exactly.
Oh, man. I mean, Denver is definitely playing a little lax defensively in game 2 from what they were doing in game 1, for sure. But I don't know. I mean, it's a close game. It's a 2-point game. I think 9.5 left in the third. But Jokic is probably going to have to carry this team in the second half, and he didn't really have to do that in game one.
Yeah.
Now, the other thing I was reading was that maybe it was getting adjusted to the altitude for game one.
I mean, that could be. You really never know. I mean, that's always a good thing that's always a good question whenever you're playing in Denver. Is the altitude question, because I mean, it does affect certain guys.
That's true.
And the true test is going to be when they leave Denver, go to Miami, if they have to come back to Denver.
Yeah, exactly.
So, all right, we just come out of the commercial break. Vincent's already got 18 points. He had 19 in game one. I mean, this guy's a scoring machine. He's going to win this game, he's going to have to be the scorer, not Jimmy Butler.
Yeah.
All right, let's see. Jokic at the top of the key. That's another three. Oh, off the front of the rim.
Oh, yeah, he fouled him.
Oh, for crying out loud.
Why would you foul Jokic?
No, not Jokic. Fouled Adebayo.
He was out of bounds. Wow, they missed it. That's terrible.
And you probably can't challenge that either.
No. I mean, at this point, you can't go back.
Wait, what are they talking about? They're not talking about a flagrant on this, are they?
They might be talking about clear path, possibly. I guess.
That's not clear path.
No, I don't think it's clear path. They're probably talking about it.
There's an Aaron Gordon's right there.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not too sure what they're talking about. That's the only thing I can think of, though.
If they call that clear path, that's a travesty.
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely not a flagrant. If they're talking about a flagrant, that's ridiculous.
Well, let's see what they do here. Oh God, I hate this. Steve Javi in the NBA headquarters.
Referee room. The referee expert.
I love how they're doing that in every sport now because the NFL did it.
Oh, with Mike Pereira.
It is pretty funny.
Or what's his name? Dean Blandino. Who accidentally got caught on a hot mic during an XFL game.
XFL. Oh, by the way, remember Jerome Boger? Like, that guy always cracked me up. 5-yard penalty, automatic first down.
Yes.
His accent was awesome.
It was. What the heck are they doing here? It's taking a long time, whatever they're doing.
Yeah, I have no idea what's going on right now. Like,
I swear, if they call this a clear path or a flagrant, but I think they would have reviewed it already if they were looking at a flagrant.
Yeah, they can't be looking at a flagrant. Like that's ridiculous if they're looking at a flagrant.
But they would have to look on the replay for a clear path also.
Yeah. That's my only guess is that they're looking for a clear path, possibly.
The clear path is such a dumb rule in the NBA, by the way.
It is.
I mean, if you could hug somebody and stop them from scoring, what did they call? It's right, because we can't play the audio, or else we'll get DMCA'd by YouTube.
So we're watching in silence.
Yeah, they probably called that a clear path. If I had to take a guess.
Well, I guess we'll see if he gets to shoot a free throw.
Well, it's 2 free throws on the ball in a clear path, right?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, you gotta be! Are you kidding me?
Yep, it was a clear path. Unreal.
Adam Silver, we're looking at you right now.
It's an Adam Silver slip up.
Of course, I don't have that banner in this folder. But you gotta be kidding me. Today's game is so ridiculous when it comes to anything. They'll call fouls on anything.
No, I know.
Rick Adelman's son was one of the Denver assistants.
Wasn't Adelman the the Kings and the Rockets head coach at one point.
He also coached the Blazers to the finals twice in the early 90s.
Yeah.
Drexler.
So, for people who don't know, clear path, obviously, if there's no one in the realm around you and you purposely commit a foul, that's a clear path. It's 2 free throws and retaining a possession.
Yeah.
So it's tied at 64. And Butler just missed the layup by a long shot right there.
Jamal Murray.
Great shot right there.
Smooth. I love watching him play. Smooth.
I mean, I was happy that he recovered from his injury, by the way. Like, he
absolutely.
deserves it. I mean, Denver's got to play better, too, because now they look flat.
Nice move. Nice pass. Good defense.
Oh. What did they call
foul.
there? Foul.
Called foul.
Baseline referee got overruled there. That's another thing I don't get. When the referee that was nowhere near the play overrules the baseline guy.
Exactly. Like, that dude was all the way past the 3-point line.
Like,
It is a foul, though. I'll give him credit.
oh, yeah, he got him on the arm big time right there. But that's the guy who called the foul, not the one right under the basket.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, another pet peeve of mine, not missing free throws.
I know.
Hey, look, 2 guys that were rumored to be Knicks coaching candidates.
I feel like every offseason, those two are always like, oh, is Van Gundy going to come out of retirement?
Oh, my God. He just bricked 2 free throws.
Yeah,
He's never going to come out of retirement.
No.
I think Mark Jackson's having too much fun at ESPN.
I don't even feel bad for Mark Jackson now at this point anymore.
Oh, finger roll. Tie game. It's an unlucky number, 6666.
Yeah.
Oh,
really bad.
That probably was a foul on Jokic, and they didn't call it. There's like a massive elbow right there. They don't call elbows anymore in this league. Look at that finger roll by Adebayo right there.
Nice and smooth.
You don't see good finger rolls anymore in today's game.
No, you don't. It's a lost art.
Oh,
not since.
Air ball. Wait, they call foul?
No, he hit him in the elbow.
Yeah, they called a foul on Jokic shooting a 3.
Wow.
Are they going to challenge that?
No.
Let's see if he fouled him.
Yeah, he did.
Nope.
No,
it looked like he didn't even touch him. That's a horrible call by the refs.
Yeah, he didn't even touch him.
And they didn't even challenge it.
That would have been the one to challenge.
They're lost.
That's the one you got to challenge.
He doesn't even touch him. That's unbelievable.
I think he managed to pull his hand back before because the typical foul you see called is after the ball is out.
Yeah, like the high five, basically.
Yeah. That was actually good defense by Adebayo.
It was tremendous defense. He put his arms up, didn't hit him. That's bad. That's a really bad call. I guess it makes up for missing Jimmy Butler's out of bounds, though.
I guess. I hate that. Refs won't ever admit it, but they make makeup calls all the time.
Absolutely.
All the time.
I mean, Gabe Vincent hit that 3, and Jokic just hit three free throws.
Someone just went down.
I think it's true.
You look like you got hit in the face.
This game's getting chippy.
And the refs are finally making the calls. Finally.
Yeah. The refs let it play a little too much.
Love. Oh, Brick.
Oh, Darren Gordon. Even though I don't think that's a foul, by the way. I think Aaron Gordon was trying to clear out right there.
Yeah.
I think that was just bad timing by the ref being right there.
Yeah, and I think that Gordon like hit him in the face a little bit, which is
they're gonna call that every time.
Exactly, even though it really wasn't his fault.
Oh, that was bad defense. Got away with it. Miami ball. Challenge. No?
Yeah, I have no idea. But Jokic has box out there. I mean, like, nobody boxes out. Like, that's his rebound. That might have been off out of box.
Oh, that's off Miami.
Yeah. It definitely was.
Oh, that's 2 blown calls in a row right there.
Makeup calls.
That's a bad shot right there.
Oh my God. Yeah, how do you call that out on Denver?
Get that ball to Jokic. Oh, really?
Good defense. Oh.
Oh, who's that out? That's out on my Denver. Yeah.
That was great. Great.
That was great getting back right there.
Yeah, good job getting back by KCP.
I think Jimmy Butler fell asleep a little bit on that fast break.
Oh yeah, it was off of.
That's off of Denver.
Yeah, that was the right call.
I love it how KCP tried to play that off like he didn't touch it.
Even though it clearly hit his finger.
Oh.
That's a bad shot right there. See, Bam's got to stop taking jumpers.
He's not that good.
That's not his game. His game is the paint.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The old Porter step back 3.
That was just not a... Oh, who's that off? Jeez. You know what I noticed? Jokic will complain quite a bit at times.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Jokic does... I mean, literally everybody does. It's like... It's crazy. The one guy who does it a lot is Luka.
Oh, my God.
I like Luka as a player, but it's frustrating watching him because of the amount that he complains.
No, I know a worse complainer.
James Harden?
LeBron James.
Oh, LeBron is bad, too. You're right.
LeBron
James.
Oh, that's not a good pass. Get out of the corner. Get out of the corner.
He almost went out of bounds, too.
See, now you put Jokic at a bad spot, putting the ball... Oh, that might have been a foul, actually. Wow. Who shot that?
That was Porter.
Oh, yep. Nicole's complaining.
Oh, God. See, Jimmy's got to shoot that. Yeah. Ugh. That actually wasn't a bad shot by Jimmy. He's just not in rhythm right now at all. Ugh. That's not a good pass.
Oh, I almost got stripped.
Ugh.
And off Jokic. Oh, there he goes again.
Wait, what? I think that might have been off of Miami.
Yeah. Gotta see that.
The last couple, I think he's got a beef. The last couple of calls.
Yeah. I mean, he was emphatic about this one.
Wait,
I think that was off of him.
The problem is, like, that both of them touched it, like, way before it went out.
Yeah. But it looked like it deflected off of his shin.
Oh,
like
I think they just changed the call.
Oh.
That's what it looked like. Is this a timeout or what is this here? I guess, well, the magical, let's not call a timeout, but let's call a timeout.
Oh, yeah.
But I don't know. Paul, what do you think so far about this third quarter?
I think it's pretty evenly matched.
Hank, what do you think also?
Yeah, I would say the same thing.
Both teams are messing up a ton, and both teams are having their moments.
And there's also been some crazy calls too.
Yeah, it's been a bit of a sloppy third quarter.
I feel like the refs are just like trying to cover up all the bad calls they made by doubling down on their errors now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, even the refs are having a bad quarter, which happens from time to time, or believe it or not, more than time to time.
Well, I mean, here's the thing, though. You know what refs and weathermen have in common, right?
They're allowed to get more wrong, and they don't get in trouble for it.
Actually, I was gonna say they get paid a lot, and they don't always have to be right, but that works too.
Yeah, true. I mean, NBA referees probably get way more wrong than they should, and they're allowed to be angry and eject people. Oh wait, that's MLB umpires too.
By the way, how do you say blind zebra in French?
I have no idea.
Referee.
Wait, really?
That's usually the joke I make for hockey, but in this case, it still works.
Like
Oh.
blind zebra.
I was gonna say if that was real, that would have made the whole stream. That would have made my day.
No, but you've seen the outfits of a lot of referees, like black and white stripes. That's why I say the zebras.
Oh my god. I don't
Too
know
bad
anymore.
the NBA refs don't have quite the cool zebra outfits, but
Nope.
actually, no, the NBA ref outfits are slightly more colorful, but still not as iconic as the NFL and the NHL refs, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
That's a good point, actually.
And it's also kind of too bad you don't have a Joe West type referee in the NBA. Strike!
Oh, wait a minute. It's the guy who ejected Tim Duncan from the bench.
What?
Yep.
Wait, who was that referee? He was the guy that was the angry asshole of the NBA.
It was Crawford.
Yeah, Joe Crawford.
Yeah, Joe Crawford.
He was the angry referee of the NBA.
Yeah.
He had no sense of humor. If you did anything, he would eject you just on the spot.
And that was the only time you ever saw Tim Duncan get ejected too. That dude never showed any emotion.
But the best part was he was sitting on the bench.
Yeah, just laughing, and they kicked him out of the game.
It's unbelievable at times. You can't. Who's the other guy in the MLB? Oh, Bob Davidson, Hank.
Oh, yeah.
Do you remember what his nickname was?
It's remind me again. I'm blanking.
Balking Bob.
Oh,
Because he called more balks than any other umpire in the history of baseball.
That's right. I forgot about that.
And that was even before they changed the rules last year. Bob Davidson is also known for ejecting fans out of the stadium. You remember that? Do you remember the whole laser incident in Philadelphia?
Oh God, that was.
And he turned to the stands and just he put his just did the ejection thing, and I'm like, wait, what? And security all of a sudden was walking around in the stadium, and they ejected a fan for having a laser. I was like, wow. Put that on the scorecard of Bob Davidson. You ejected a fan.
Nothing will top the Yuppie ejection.
Mm-hmm.
August 22nd, 1989, the 22-inning game between the Expos and the Dodgers. Yuppie keeps banging on the top of the Dodger dugout, and Tommy Lasorda throws a hissy fit, and he gets Yuppie kicked out of the game.
So is that the Brett Gardner of today?
Well, Brett Gardner if you're a mascot.
No, but Brett Gardner would bang on the dugout with the bat.
No, Yuppie was just dancing on the dugout. Yuppie's a mascot.
But I'm just saying, it just reminded me of that. All right, 3-point game out of the commercial break, 71-68.
Tommy never got the Philly Fanatic thrown out of a game.
Oh God, that was a horrible offensive possession right there. Steal.
Oh, nice hustle. Oh,
wow, great play by Jokic right there.
Yeah, went right at Vincent, right at his chest.
That man cannot be stopped.
He's an animal. He's huge too.
I mean, when you're 7 foot plus. Oh man, see that's Bam's range right about there, 10, 12 feet.
The little footers within 10 feet.
Anything that's outside of 12 feet, I would just let him shoot.
Yeah.
Oh, nice pass right there.
Great look.
That's the one you got. That's the one you got to hit.
Yeah, you have to hit that one. That's as good of a look as you'll ever get.
See, Miami's got to take advantage. They're not. Denver's offense is off right now.
Yeah.
He's got. Butler's going to shoot that. Yep. Oh.
Ooh, that was to tie the game too.
It was halfway down. It all of a sudden became a good game, though.
It did.
Yeah.
Oh, nice pass right there. Oh. Somebody.
Yeah,
Was the
loose
foul
ball
on?
foul on
Was that on?
Miami, probably. Somebody ran over Caldwell Pope.
See, again, that's bad. You can't give Denver second chances. Can't do it.
Exactly. That's going to kill you. If you can get Jokic to miss, you have to get the rebound. Yeah, Strus knocked him down.
It's just bad. You can't give them. If you're going to give Denver secondary possessions, you're not going to win.
Miami's got Cody Zeller back out there.
Oh my God.
Remember Tyler Zeller?
Oh, I remember Tyler Zeller.
Wasn't Tyler Zeller on the Celtics?
Yeah, he was on the Suns too for a period of time.
Oh. Foul.
Cody was on the Hornets for like almost his entire career.
He's another one. He's another one of those guys that.
Do you mean the crying Jordans?
Yes, the crying Jordans. Yes. Well, technically, he doesn't. He sold his ownership, didn't he?
Well, I know, but when they were owned by Jordan, they pretty much were the crying Jordans.
Wait,
you know
Paul, I don't remember. Does Jordan still have a minority ownership in?
I think so. Yeah, he might have sold. He might have sold like a good chunk of it, but he's definitely still part of the ownership.
I don't blame him for being fed up.
Oh yeah, no,
that seems a train wreck.
Not really. No thanks to him.
Michael Jordan should have never bought that team.
I mean, he's been an owner of them since they were the Bobcats.
Yep.
That's even scary. I forgot about the Bobcats.
I know. I used to love that name. Like
so did I.
Bobcats.
But you used to feel bad.
Remember when we thought Adam Morrison was going to be a great player?
He was a great college scorer.
A tremendous college player.
And then when he got to the NBA, he was just eaten alive.
Yeah.
Guess what? He still is.
He wasn't a great athlete.
Charles Barkley.
I think Adam Morrison does a podcast now, right?
I think he does, yeah. I've seen something about that.
That's just unfair right there.
Yeah, that was ridiculous.
He also has more rings than Rapist Carl.
That's not saying much.
Yeah, Paul's heard me call the mailman by that nickname.
Gets brushed under the rug.
That's a bad shot, and it went in.
Yes.
What was that, Vincent or no?
No, that was Kyle Lowry.
Ugh, I can't stand Kyle Lowry. Kyle Lowry is lucky to still be in this league.
Oh, that was good defense by Lowry, though.
Oh, hey, that stopped the possession. Oh, somebody get out there. Actually,
just got lucky. That was a terrible pass.
This is a mismatch. Lowry's got to take advantage. Oh, offensive foul on Lowry. Oh, was that the kick? Was that the kick out?
That was a nice job to sell it by Jokic.
I think he did kick his leg out, though, to Jokic a little bit.
No, he did. He shoved him a little bit. There's definitely a foul.
Oh, that's a push-off right there. Yeah. Oh, Jokic, no, he flopped a little.
Yeah, Jokic fell back a little bit because a push like that from Kyle Lowry is not going to knock Jokic over.
You're right. Whoa. And it went in and won.
He's a monster.
See, those shots would not go in from anyone else.
No, exactly.
No one.
The amount of physicality too that he's in, like Zeller is like dogging him right there.
Hey Hank, you ready for a hot take here?
Let's hear it.
I think Jokic could be better at Shaq by the end of his career.
Wait, whoa! Time out.
I think he could be. I think he could be.
I'm sorry. What?
I didn't say championships. I said career.
But better numbers. Talk to me about maybe 5-10 years from now. Then we'll see. But
no, because Shaq does not have the range that Jokic has as a big man.
Okay, that's fair. That. I'm sorry. It's just I've grew up with Shaq. I remember him being.
So did I.
It just feels sacrilege to think of a guy being like better than Shaq. And
look at that move right there.
That's insane.
Shaq couldn't do that.
No, Jokic's skill set is better than Shaq's for sure. But it
No, yeah, no,
Whoa.
It's tough when you're like comparing skill sets.
Oh, oh, he pushed him over. That time he actually legitimately pushed him over.
That was a rage foul by Zeller.
Yeah, because it's about to get out of hand again.
By the way, is it just me or does Tyler Zeller look like more of those white guys that the NBA had in like the 70s, like balding guy who looked like he belonged in a beer league basketball team?
Exactly.
Pretty much.
With the goggles on too. Like he plays the part.
What?
Do you guys see all those pictures of those 70s like white guys who look like they could be like dads?
Yes.
It's like Kurt Rambis.
Oh my God, Kurt Rambis, the guy who should have never been a head coach of the Knicks.
Oh God, that was terrible for that brief period of time that he was the coach.
He was an assistant that took over, right?
Yeah.
If I remember correctly.
Yeah, because they fired Derek Fisher.
Well, and they were still paying that off, if I'm not mistaken.
Fisher was sleeping with
Matt Barnes' wife.
Oh yeah. Oh my God, I forgot about that.
And Matt Barnes almost beat the shit out of Derek Fisher.
Well, Matt Barnes is not a dude to mess around with, though.
By the way, Matt Barnes is another guy who was like right place, right time in a lot of career moments.
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Actually, my favorite is was it the one with Kobe where Kobe almost threw the ball in his face on the out of bounds play?
Yeah, he tried to throw the ball at Kobe's face, and Kobe didn't even flinch.
That's a bad shot.
Oh my gosh, 2009 NBA Finals, yes.
Yeah, when he was on Orlando,
which is crazy.
He played for so many teams. I remember he was on the Knicks at the beginning of his career. Matt Barnes.
Don't shoot that. You have clock. Don't shoot it. If they actually work, what is Jokic doing here? Oh, no! Oh, if that went in, that would have been.
Wow.
All right, end of the third quarter. Denver up 83-75. Look at those numbers: 11 in the first, 2 in the second, 18 in the third. You said it going into the half, into the second half, Paul. But Jokic comes out and dominates. They're going to win.
What he did in game one.
But some of these circus shots are unbelievable. And Hank, I will stand by the statement. I think Jokic will have better numbers than Shaq by the end of his career.
Listen, I never said it was far-fetched. It just, as someone who grew up with Shaq and heard about him being such a dominant big man, it's just, if you had told me, if you told maybe 6, 7, or 8-year-old Hanky that, or probably even 9 or 10-year-old Hanky that, I probably would have looked at you like you would have had 3 heads that somebody could as dominant, if not more so than Shaq. But no, it makes complete sense. Jokic is absolutely phenomenal. And I mean, back-to-back MVPs, and he's probably going to lead the Nuggets to their first ever championship with the skill set that he has.
By the way, if you're in the comments section, tell us who you like better, Shaq or Jokic. Or actually, not who you like better. Who you think is going to have the better career numbers at the end?
Then again, I've seen the argument that people say that Steph Curry is a better point guard than Magic Johnson, but at the same time, those two both.
Yes, it's like, but something like that you can't even say because
those two are different games, and also it was a different era. You guys know how I feel about comparing greatness in different eras. It really can't do it.
Yeah,
it's tough.
It's difficult too. I mean, Magic is the best pure playmaker of all time.
Oh, easily.
It's without not close. And that's what the point guard position was.
Magic had.
I mean, some of the guys you throw out there, Magic, Bird, Bill Russell. I mean, those are the guys that are the all-timers.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, God. Of course you would say this. Shaq because of Wandong Tigers. Yes.
Well, look, he was pretty dominant. His 2000 season was one that, you won't see too often.
Again, I'm not disputing. Shaq will be one of the best of all time. He is in the top. I think he's in the top 10 also all time in points scored, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah,
yeah, that sounds about right.
When you're in the top 10, you are NBA royalty forever. In my opinion, even though LeBron James broke the record for all time scoring, he had it so much easier than some of those guys in the top 10 list.
Absolutely. And he also, it's also a longevity award too for when it comes to him.
Longevity does matter. That's a line that Johnny and I have often used in Game On.
Now, let me be fair. Will LeBron be a first ballot Hall of Famer? Yes. That's not what I'm disputing here.
Oh no, absolutely.
Hall of Famer? I don't know. No, I'm kidding. Of course he is.
But this whole debate, the GOAT debate, it's not even close. Michael Jordan. Yeah. I mean, I will fight people if they tell me LeBron is better than Michael Jordan. Yeah. Statistically.
No, I completely agree. I mean, he's not. He's nowhere close to him. And even just in other greatness aspects, like as a leader, as as an NBA champion and stuff, it's like nobody matches up to Jordan. Like not a single player has ever done what Jordan did.
Also,
yeah,
MJ's made his teammates better. Is that not true?
Absolutely.
Yeah, but wait a minute. I could technically make the argument that LeBron has made a lot of his teammates better.
Oh no, numbers have said that showed that he's made some of his teammates worse.
No, but who?
Kevin Love.
Okay, but Kevin Love had some other issues that he had to deal with off the court. That's a 3 by Miami.
But the issue with that too is LeBron has played with so many superstars compared to
crazy the amount of
Michael Jordan, who played with one.
Well, who are you referring to? Scottie Pippen? I mean,
Pippen, yeah.
You mean Selfish Scott?
That's a foul right there.
Shout out to our buddy Tom Quinn, or was that Tom or John Quinn who came up with that name, Paul?
That's a good question. I don't know.
But one of them, I remember we had a basketball discussion. One of them said Selfish Scott, and we were referring to the moments in the Last Dance where they talked about him crying over not getting to take that game-winning shot instead of Tony Kukoc.
Yeah.
By the way, Scottie Pippen, not for nothing, is lucky that they glossed over his DUI.
Well, you can say the same thing for what's his name, who played for the Miami Heat, who got in trouble all the time. Who's the one that got in the motorcycle accident? Jason Williams.
Yes,
Jay Williams.
Talk about a guy whose career was cut short.
He was a top pick too.
But talk about a guy who had a really good career, but he couldn't stop the stuff off the court.
Yeah.
I don't know. He could have had a better career. And is that a foul call right there? Yep.
Yeah, I think he had to guard Adebayo, so
you can't. This is another pet peeve I have: committing early fouls in the first minute of the quarter. You're up. You could let a basket go. It's fine. Let him shoot that.
And one. Wow, it's a terrible foul.
Let Vincent shoot that 3. I'd rather get beaten on a 3 than a layup.
Yeah.
There's no reason to play that aggressive a defense out there. It's a good aggressive drive.
Ooh.
Oh, he missed the free throw.
He fell in Denver.
Are you kidding? Come on.
3 fouls in a row that they just wasted.
I don't know if I always forget this. Do loose ball fouls count against the team fouls or no?
Oh yeah, they do.
Oh, cause I know in some instances they don't, or some don't.
In the NBA, every offensive fouls, like in normal basketball, high school basketball, college basketball, offensive fouls don't count as team fouls.
Timeout, Denver. 3 just made by Miami.
But I think in NBA, every foul counts as a team foul.
Well, except the offensive, you said, right?
No, I think offensive fouls do count as team fouls in the NBA, but not in like high school and like every other league of basketball.
By the way, who was that shot the 3? Who's 55? Is that Zeller?
Robinson.
Oh, Robinson. Robinson made the last 2. All of a sudden, 2-point game, 85-83 as they go into the commercial break. This game came close again. What are your keys for down the stretch of this game, Paul?
I think second chance opportunities. I mean,
Rebounds.
That's gonna be killer if they can. If Denver can control the battle on the boards, I think that they'll be able to hold on to it. But one interesting thing too is the fouls. I mean, they just caused 3 fouls. They're going to be in the bonus very soon, so they don't have much room to maneuver to Miami, which is going to be interesting to see down the stretch.
I mean, if I'm Miami, I'm giving the ball to Adebayo, and I'm just stuffing the paint, knowing that they're going to be in the bonus.
Absolutely. They're going to do that. They're going to try to get some switches, bait them into fouls. I mean, that's tough. Having 3 fouls in the first minute of the quarter.
I mean, you got to tell Adebayo no more jump shots.
Yeah.
The rest of this game. I mean, I know it's not going to happen, but
he's got to take it right at them.
He's got to do what Jokic has been doing to Miami. I mean, just like basically stuffing the paint.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm happy though that at least we got a competitive game, unlike Game 1, which was a 20-point albatross by Denver.
Yeah. Yeah, this game has lived up to the hype. This game has been the one that we expected it to be.
This is going to hurt more for Miami if they lose this type of game than the way they lost in Game 1. I mean, what is the schedule though? So is it still 3 days after Game 2?
I think so. I think so. I think the next game is Thursday.
Jesus.
What?
Unbelievable.
Either Wednesday or Thursday. Maybe it's Wednesday. Let me check real quick.
Well, I'll ask both you guys thoughts anyway. Paul, I think I know your thoughts because you and I are NBA guys at heart. But Hank, thoughts on 3 days between every game in the NBA Finals?
That's too long. That just all it does is drags out the NBA Finals. Like, that's ridiculous.
They just want storylines.
They actually it's a short break between. What is that?
Was that David Thompson they just showed?
I don't know, but the next game is Wednesday, and then game after that is Friday, so only one day off.
Crap.
And they just showed Dr. Evil himself. I mean, Adam Silver. Well, Dr. Evil.
Oh, there's David Thompson.
There he is.
They just showed it.
Skywalker, right?
Alex English.
And there's Alex English. Got all the Nuggets legends out.
Oh no, it's Charles Barkley.
And Barkley never played for the Nuggets.
Oh God, get Adam Silver off the screen, please. I'm disgusted.
Slip up.
Yeah, really. He is a slip up. Maybe if he would actually tell us what happened to John Morant, maybe we wouldn't treat him as much of a slip up.
I'll tell you what, if he goes through with that in-season tournament next year, I'm going to be pissed.
Like, he's going to.
He's going to, yeah. But what kind of league does that?
Wow. Did you see that save?
That was nice.
Oh, yeah, you're right, by the way. Wait a minute. There's 0.1 left on the shot clock. How can that be?
They're going to have to just, like, punch the ball in the air.
Oh, no. Just send it to the rim. Just alley-oop right there. Wait, what just happened?
I think you just threw it off the side of the backboard.
Shot clock violation. But that in-season tournament is going to be a joke. Like this is Adam Silver saying, "I want an extra TV partner. Who's going to take it?"
Exactly.
It's going to be Amazon.
It's so stupid. Amazon's 100% going to get some of that.
I'm so done with Amazon. By the way, I don't care what sport it is. They now have the NFL. They have MLB. That's a good shot, by the way. Mm-hmm. And Miami has the lead.
Wow. Another big shot by Vincent.
He's good.
What just happened?
Ooh.
Offensive foul?
Wow, that's 4 now.
Where was the foul?
They're 1 away from being in bonus.
Okay, this is what I get so tired with ESPN. I want to see the foul call, and they're showing the replay from the shot before.
From him hitting a wide open 3.
By the way, you notice, Paul, in today's game, they throw more cross-court passes than ever.
Oh, absolutely. And there was a time where that was a sin.
Jeez.
What is going on? Oh, God. Denver just took a timeout. By the way, we've only talked about how if Denver goes up 2-0, if Miami wins this game, this is a whole different series.
It's a completely different series. They've got a lot of momentum going back to Miami.
Because then if they somehow manage to win at least one of those games and then they split, I mean, at least going 2-2 the rest of the series, that's
It's going to be if that's the case, then we're going to have a game 7, in my opinion. I think that's like what's going to happen.
By the way, hello everyone who's watching out there. If you want to drop a comment or a question, excuse me, please do. I'm choking just like the Denver Nuggets right now. But what was I going to say? Make sure you check out all our shows. Myself and Tom Albano on Empty the Bench, Paul Lombardi on 3&D, Hank on Game On. And check out all our other shows. If I can grab a banner here, youtube.com/ETB Network. Also check out our website, etppodcast.com as well, which will have a bunch of blog content up there. Hank and Jen have been killing it on blog content. Hank, you were actually working on one, right, for Lou Gehrig's day, or you?
I haven't really gotten started yet, but I think tomorrow, like during the day, I'll probably work on it.
So you're working on that. Paul's going to work on an NBA Finals, kind of up to date after 2 games.
Little
recap. And this is going to be a whole different recap if Miami somehow steals this game in Denver.
It's a brand new series.
So, like I said, make sure you check us out, all our shows. As we wait for the commercial break to end, I think Jokic is somehow going to come out of the woodworks and do something. He's going to have to carry this team to the finish line.
Yeah, he's definitely going to have to.
And that's the scary part. Like, what was it at the end of the second half, or like there was like 7-8 minutes left? You were saying just put him on the bench because like Denver was like free riding all the way to the half.
Yeah.
Now look at it. Like they can't even.
I know.
With him on the court, they're not scoring.
I know they didn't take advantage of that when they were cooking without him.
I don't know. It's an interesting stretch. Let's see how much time is left. 9:43 left. A lot can happen in 9 minutes and 43 seconds.
This is true.
I don't know. Anything else in you guys' minds while we wait for the commercial break to come back? Hank, got anything?
Again, even though they've been choking, I still don't think you count out Denver because, can shoot themselves back in any game.
I don't know. Would you classify this as a choke right now or no? I don't know.
I wouldn't really call it a choke unless, say, they find a way to lose the finals.
That's a good point.
This could be, I feel like this game would be like game 2 of the 92 finals for the Bulls. Like they had a big lead. They lost that one. Everyone forgets about it because Michael Jordan somehow found a way to like lead them back into winning the championship. And they had that epic comeback in game 6.
But if Miami wins this game, Duncan Robinson's probably got to be the star of this game, the way he's shooting.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
He's had a big game. They needed that from him too.
I mean, I don't know. What was Strauss's line? I didn't really look. Strauss's line. It's got 14. All right. Denver ball down 3. What'd they just call? An offensive foul? Really? Oh, God. They've called more offensive fouls in this game than I've seen all playoffs. That's not an offensive foul. I'm sorry. He was falling down already.
Yeah, I don't think that was a good call.
If anything, I think that's a call on Vincent, not Jokic. Really?
Another foul.
All right, Denver's going to play themselves out of the bonus. I mean, like,
They gotta be.
that's clearly a foul.
Yeah,
It's clearly a foul.
Those were 2 quick fouls, both on Jokic. Not good.
Ugh, they better not call that a foul. It's on the floor. That's another thing that like they've been trying to stop. Also, like guys taking quick shots right off to get a foul. They're trying to stop it.
Now they're in the bonus.
He bounced off Adebayo. That's not a foul. Watch this. He bounced off Adebayo.
Yeah.
That's not a foul. Sorry. Denver's really going to lose this game on bad officiating.
I mean,
Oh my God. Really, Lowry? Wow, full court press. Where was this all game? On the floor.
ground.
Yeah. That's what they need to give the ball to Jokic. Just let him go to work.
Yeah. Let him cook.
Yeah, I mean, they'll put people in foul trouble so quick. Miami won't know what to do. They should just give that ball back to Jokic. Stop setting picks. See, what being out there does nothing. Oh, they got the foul at least. See, he's setting a screen and getting the ball at 25 feet. That does nothing.
Exactly.
Because now he's dribbling and oh God, this is bad. I mean, for a big man, he's a good dribbler, but like,
of course.
But you're asking a 7-foot+ guy to make his own offense. It's hard.
oh wow.
Just don't miss the free throw of all things. All right. 33 for Jokic. By the way, 33 for Jokic. They're trailing by 3.
Yeah. They didn't get the production that they got from the sporting cast like in game 1.
That should have been a foul on Adebayo. They didn't call it. You're right. He sticks his leg out every single time.
Yeah, every pick he sets is an offensive foul. It's crazy.
Ugh. It's a bad possession. I don't know. I'm not too concerned by it yet. That's just a bad shot. Almost went in. See, you see Malone telling them to push.
Yeah.
Yep, they called the foul on pushing Gordon. See, that would fall under your bad category of fouls right there.
Exactly.
No reason to push Aaron Gordon. He doesn't even have the ball. See, we're getting shut up by Adebayo. He's making those jumpers.
I know, seriously. Trash talking him.
It's unbelievable. Adebayo's got 16. Vincent's got 23. I mean,
that's why they've been able to make it all the way to the point that they have, is because getting just great performances from guys like Vincent and Martin and Duncan Robinson. That's the difference maker for a championship team.
See, Porter's got to make that. Ugh.
Porter.
Gonna stick his leg out. There it is. Stuck his leg out again.
Every time.
Ugh. Don't shoot that. Don't. Actually, don't shoot the 3. Just not working right now. Put that ball in the paint.
Yeah, they're getting into Jokic.
It's right there. See, that's going to work every time.
That was too easy. He got the mismatch. Took advantage.
I swear, like Jokic should stay off the 3-point line. Just bully down in the paint. They'll score.
Keep setting picks so they can get the mismatches too.
Right. There's a mismatch down in the paint. Ugh.
That was a big shot by Butler.
Who hasn't been shooting all game.
Yeah.
Hey, better late than never, I suppose, eh?
Yeah,
it's
really.
clutch. It's clutch time. Jimmy Butler's always going to show up.
Denver's got to do something because right now they're flat offensively. Stop playing catch. Wow.
Oh, that was
Nice
bad.
move. Nice
That was
try,
pretty.
Gabriel.
That was pretty sweet right there.
Was. Did that all one-handed.
They're playing too much out on the perimeter. That's the problem. Denver defense. Oh, you could have stole that right there.
Oh,
And one.
Wow. I don't know if that was a foul.
Really gonna bail Jimmy Butler out there?
He might have like tapped him, but I don't think that there was much contact there.
Oh, he did get him on the back.
Yeah.
But I think that's ticky-tack at best.
Yeah, there's like no contact there, but like I could see why they call it.
It didn't even affect the shot, really.
No, it didn't. He sold it.
Now, Jimmy Butler is good at selling a bad bag of used goods.
What about used cars?
Or used car salesman.
Snake oil?
Yeah. Oh, God, they missed that opportunity out there. There you go.
Every time it's automatic.
They need, if I'm Michael Malone on the sideline, I'm yelling to give that ball to Jokic every time.
Just got to keep doing it.
Hey, come on. Watch that pick. That's a horrible shot. And it almost went.
And they
No.
called a foul.
No.
Wow.
Seriously?
And it looks like KCP might be hurt.
Yeah, this is not going Denver's way.
I want to see if it's a foul. Oh, they're going to call him for the landing spot again.
Yeah. Right, it probably is a foul because he did.
By rule.
Yeah, he didn't let him land.
I would even say that's a little ticky-tack also.
I would say so too.
I feel like in a playoff game, there needs to be a little more leeway on that call.
Yeah.
It's so ridiculous, to be honest.
Eight points is still doable, though.
I mean, there's 5:26 left. This game's not over.
Yeah.
But the refs went from calling nothing in the first half to calling everything in the second half.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Stop blaming the referees. No, the referees are inconsistent. That's what they are.
Well, I'm going to agree to disagree with that. Stop blaming the refs. I mean, sloppy at 21 turnovers definitely doesn't help, but
Oh, no, you're right. Absolutely. 21
at
turnovers.
the same time, when there are a lot of calls going against you, yeah, it's understandable to be frustrated.
Jokic just turned the ball over. Ugh.
Yeah, see what I mean? I just jinxed it, I feel like.
You know what? That turnover is not even his fault. Someone miscommunicated there. See, look, Adebayo's not even looking to drive. He just wants to pass. I don't understand.
You shall not pass.
Oh, yeah, I knew that was coming. Oh, God. Somebody. And one. Why are you fouling there?
Yeah, they're starting to blow this thing
I'm
away.
sorry. The Nuggets are self-destructing.
Yeah, they're blowing this game away.
But why are you fouling? He's up in the air.
I know,
Look, he's
it's
already in the
terrible
air. It's such a bad. Is that Porter too?
Yeah, that was Porter. Again, exactly. If you're gonna foul somebody up in the air, you gotta make sure he doesn't finish the job.
And not hurt him either.
Exactly.
Which is nearby impossible. You just let him go at that point.
Exactly. There's a very thin line between those two.
Wow, Miami's played full court press. Look at that. Denver's trying to shoot threes, and that's just not.
Yeah. They're trying to get
that should be goaltending.
Yeah, I think. They didn't call it.
What? They should review that.
That looked like goaltending.
That ball was still going up. That's bad. Jeez, Duncan Robinson is like eager to shoot. Turnover, Miami. That ball's coming down. That ball was coming down.
Yeah.
It barely, but it was on the way down. That should have been a goaltender. There it is. Jokic cleaning it up all over again. Really? They called a timeout with a 9-point lead? They should review that.
Yeah.
Unbelievable right there.
Yeah, I did not think that was...
I love how Jokic is just in the right place every single time.
I know, seriously. He's smart. He just knows where to be.
But 104-95, Heat leading the Nuggets. About 4 minutes left in the fourth. I think you guys are right. I think Denver might be imploding a little bit here.
Yeah, no, that's bad.
Yeah. They are.
I don't know. I mean, who's to blame if they lose here? I mean, the turnovers are probably to blame.
I mean, this isn't a bakery. You can't be making those turnovers like that.
No apple turnovers here.
Even though I think apple turnovers are quite delicious.
They are good, actually.
Yeah, they're amazing. I love apple turnovers.
I love how we just became a food review in the middle of an NBA Finals game.
I mean, where's your dad when you need him? Sweets, treats, and eats.
Oh yeah, that's right. Should watch that show too. We're in the process of doing a few episodes of that. Actually, we might be doing pizza on a smoker next month.
Pizza on a smoker.
Yeah, my dad just
Pizza
got
on
a
a smoker. Oh wow, that sounds good.
It sounds really good.
We just did an episode on 2 full racks of ribs on the smoker. Oh my god, it was so good. See, now I'm gonna make everybody hungry who's watching.
Seriously.
All I know is I'm gonna want to get some chicken nuggets tomorrow for lunch.
I knew it.
Because that's what Denver's looking like. The chicken.
Oh,
nuggets.
second chance rebound, and the 3.
Yep.
That's the worst possession you could possibly have. Miss the rebound and give up a 3. Oh, what was that? See, this is a bad possession. Jimmy Butler takes a bad shot, gets his own rebound.
Yep. Second chance opportunities. Difference maker in the game.
Ugh. They got to go back to basics. Stop with the long-range shots. And now Murray's going to be forced to take a shot. Or Gordon. Wow.
Big shot.
I didn't realize Gordon had that much range.
I know. I never thought so either.
By the way, people forget that he was drafted in Orlando. He was like lost, a forgotten person in Orlando at one point.
All he could do was dunk.
That's a good point.
Yeah, he's become a lot better of a player. I mean,
That's a bad shot. Yeah, you're right, Paul. That he transformed his game in a massive way.
He did.
This is a big possession right here. No, what are you doing? And he made it anyway.
Wow. 6-point game.
That was a little heat check right there.
It was.
They need to stop. They can't. They need to stop here.
$6 points.
Ugh, there's Jimmy when you need it.
I'll tell you what, that was an offensive foul on Bam. He literally hooked Murray the entire time.
Oh, bad pass. That almost got stoned. Somebody's open. Someone's double teamed. Ugh. Wow, still got the rebound. There you go.
There you go. Hit it. 6-point game again.
By the way, Denver had about 4 possessions right there.
Yeah, seriously.
They need to stop. They need to stop in the worst way. No easy shots here. Get out there. That's a bad shot.
Yeah, that was a bad shot.
That Denver ball.
They got lucky because Bam almost grabbed that rebound.
It would have been tough to turn it anyway.
Oh.
I think Hank, you're a little behind us now.
No, au contraire. I think I'm a little ahead of you.
What do you mean?
This is big. You like that vocabulary, Paul?
Au contraire, Pierre.
Oh, nice rebound. Bad shot. And made it.
Wow. What a shot.
Yeah, I was talking about the Jamal Murray 3.
Yeah, we just saw that.
Jeez, 3-point game.
They need to stop.
I didn't want to spoil it. Yeah, I didn't want to spoil it for you.
They need to stop here. Have to. It's not even a...
Nope, you're completely right.
Oh, don't bail him out. You just bailed him out.
Hey, at least that's the kind of foul you got to give. If you're going to foul him, send him to the line, make him earn him.
But it was such a bailout. You fell for the pump fake. That was a great rebound by Jokic, by the way.
It was.
And that pass was even better across court.
I'm telling you, he knows where every guy is on the floor, like at all times. It's crazy.
This is going to sound crazy too, but I think Jokic has LeBron view. Could see everything.
No, he does. He literally does. He has
LeBron vision almost. I think he's got better than LeBron vision, if you ask me.
He's got insane awareness. He knows where his 4 teammates are, at all times.
I mean, just to be able to throw that all the way across court.
Yeah.
Ugh. And the weird part is you don't have a junk free throw shooter like you do back in the day anymore. Everyone can shoot.
Exactly.
You can't foul anybody. I'm surprised. Does Denver not have any timeouts left?
No, they have 2. Looks like both teams have 2.
They need to get the ball up. Wait. There you go. Jeez. No, they don't have to foul here either.
No, yeah. Just try to pressure them.
Why are they not full court pressing? Ugh. Unbelievable. Not full court pressing there. Oh, Jimmy's calling the clear out. This is a mismatch right here.
You wanted it.
That's a bad shot. Timeout. Timeout.
Wow.
Timeout. No? Really?
Wow. They're not going to call it.
Timeout. You gotta be kidding me.
Oh, my God.
Are you kidding me, Denver?
How they don't call a timeout there, I don't understand.
I'm sorry. Nick, I know you wanted to blame the refs, and
No, I'm not blaming the refs on this one. I'm sorry.
No,
Denver blew this game.
Denver choked. You have no reason to. If you're getting outscored by that much in the fourth quarter, I'm sorry. You lose your right to blame the refs.
No. I'm not blaming the refs at all. Denver turned the ball over 20 plus times. That's why they lost the game.
That is a killer. That's unbelievable.
I mean, final score, Miami 111, Denver 108. Officially a 1-1 series. So how do we see this now that it's a 1-1 instead of a 2-0?
I think this guarantees that we're going 6 or 7 games. I mean, I honestly think it's going to go 7 games. What Miami showed today was fantastic.
By the way, if I'm in that media room after the game, I'm asking Mike Malone, why didn't you call a timeout on that rebound?
Absolutely. He's got to get pestered to why he didn't call a timeout because you got to call a timeout there, set up a better play. I mean, I understand that he probably didn't want to call a timeout because he probably would have fouled to try to send him to the line to shoot 2 free throws. you're a better chance that you can get a 3-pointer up if you go in transition. But I don't know.
The BS that I can't stand all the time, and I hear coaches say this every single time, is, well, I'm trying to catch them napping by not calling a timeout. What do you mean?
Yeah.
What?
You're not catching anyone napping.
Hold on. Can I say it?
Yes.
I'm sorry. What?
Yeah, I mean, you got to call a timeout there.
Also, speaking of Jaguar Gator 9, I'm going to use this quote. Not calling a timeout like that is exactly why you can't exactly be surprised when something like that backfires. Talk about a dumb decision.
Now, here's the one thing I will say. It's a fallacy of a predetermined outcome, because, again, you could call a timeout and you still might not score a 3. But,
exactly.
Right. That's your favorite phrase, I feel like.
Well, because it makes sense in a lot of views. If you think about...
No. I just love how you use that phrase, though. Fallacy of a predetermined outcome.
Because... like Paul and I said, if they call a timeout, they might not score anyway. But at least you have a setup play.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
To try to set a couple of screens so you can get an open look from 3. I mean, that was a step back 3, hand in his face. Like, that's a tough shot.
But just looking at the final box scores as the game is over, like we said, Miami 111, Denver 108, NBA Finals tied at 1-1, heading to Miami. When is that game again, Paul? You said Wednesday?
Wednesday, yep. And then game 4 will be Friday.
Oh, wow. So they actually put the games closer in Miami. It's weird.
Yep.
But just look at the final box scores. Butler had 21. Adebayo had 21. Gabe Vincent had 23. If those guys are going to put up 65 points combined, you're not going to beat them.
Exactly. That's what they've been doing all playoff long. When Vincent and the supporting cast have tremendous games, they win. They're almost unbeatable.
But I could look on the other side of the box score. Nikola Jokic, 41 points, 11 rebounds, and 4 assists. I mean, the guy is just a beast, and they still couldn't win.
Exactly. Drops 41 points, 11 boards, and still couldn't win. Exactly, because he didn't get much. He didn't get enough around him. I mean, Jamal Murray had a few big shots, but besides that, Jokic was the only one who was like consistently reliable.
But look at the rest of the starting 5. Aaron Gordon had 12. That's not going to get it done.
Exactly.
Jamal Murray had 18. I still don't think that gets it done. He's got to put up 20, 25 points.
He's got to be like mid-20s.
And then I just look at the other 2 stars. Caldwell Pope had 6. Michael Porter Jr. had... Oh, as my computer goes off. Caldwell had 6. Porter had 5. Those 2 guys can't combine for 11 points.
Yeah, exactly.
That just can't happen.
That's bad.
And then just looking at the bench, Brown had 11. Jeff Green had 9. I mean, those guys are great, but they're not gonna help you win. I mean, but let's look ahead a little bit. Game 3, Miami. Do you think the momentum is on Miami's side now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially considering how good they are on their home court.
Yeah. I know. I think that this is a brand new series. I mean, Denver's got to come in strong. The Heat have the upper hand right now.
They stole home court away.
Yeah, they 100% do. And they got all the momentum now going back to Miami. It's going to be tough. It's going to be tough. It's not going to be a cakewalk.
Do you think they win game 3? Are you willing to put that on the table yet or no?
I'd have to think about that for a day or 2, I think, before I know. But they might, honestly. Like, they could go up 2-1. Miami, I
mean, I don't think Denver's ever out.
No.
Denver will always be in this series one way or another.
Yeah.
But the way they lost tonight was not good. 20 plus turnovers. Let me just make sure I have the number correct.
I'm going to say Denver loses game 3, and then they bounce back and win the next 3.
So Miami had 11 turnovers. Denver had 13. All right, so it wasn't a huge discrepancy.
No. It was a pretty evenly matched game throughout the entirety of it. I mean, the Nuggets pulled away, and then the Heat started pulling away a little bit.
I mean, also, I don't know. This is a statistic more people have been looking at. The plus-minus differential is a new thing people have been looking at.
Oh, yeah. People will love that.
And just everyone was... some of the big guys were minus. I mean, like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
So, but that's basically it for game 2. Obviously, if you're just joining us, where were you? Miami 111, Denver 108. Series tied at 1. Game 3 Wednesday in Miami. Quickly, Paul, plug your show, when it's going to be on next, so we know. Somebody else.
Yep, we'll have the 3&D airing Tuesday. Its normal time is Monday at 5. We're going to be pushing it back a day because we want game 2 to finish. So I'll be recording tomorrow. We'll be putting it out Tuesday. And yeah, we'll have plenty of recaps on games 1 and 2 and some more news around the NBA, a few coach hirings and some college basketball stuff as well. So looking forward to it.
Also, Hank, obviously you and Paul are doing Game On also this week. So,
Yep.
Hank, you looking forward to anything for the show this coming week?
Oh man, I would say definitely
NBA Finals.
These first few games for sure. I mean, the Cup Finals has been all right, but like in Game 1, that's kind of been dominated by Vegas so far, even though it's only one game. But we'll see what happens. Hopefully, I got some baseball stuff to talk about too.
Someone dropped a comment late. Miami game 3 and 4, and 1 back to Denver home court. I don't know about that. Let's take it easy on that one. But yeah, a lot of news coming up. Like we said, I'm sure we'll do some checkpoints into the MLB season now that we're in June. But a lot to discuss, a lot coming up this week. And Paul, I'm sure having you on for the first live stream for the first time. Hopefully you enjoyed being here, and because Hank and I have done many live streams. So
yes, we have.
Absolutely, it was fun. It's a good time.
We'll have more. I mean, maybe if this goes a full series, maybe we could sneak. If Game 7 maybe happens, maybe we can do that. That'd be kind of fun, actually. But I guess that's pretty much it. Unless you guys have anything else left to say about tonight's game.
Nope.
Nah, I'm pretty good. I mean, it was a great game.
Like I said, I'll just throw the scroller one more time. Make sure you follow all of us. There's our handles on the bottom there. And basically, I guess that's pretty much it. So for Paul Lombardi, for Hank Indictor, I'm Nick Morgasen. Maybe we'll be back for Game 7 if that happens, or Game 6 if that happens. And I guess we'll see everybody next time. So good night, everybody. And see you again.
Night, everyone.
Night.
The following was a production of the Empty the Bench Network, featuring Empty the Bench, Game On, and the 3&D. Have a great night, and see you next time.